Tim, what's the name of this game? Gunstar Hero on the Sega Genesis.
Looks old school.
It's old, yeah. I forgot the name. I don't even remember what I said.
Is this a Nintendo Switch? Like,
It's a Raspberry Pi.
well, I was trying to feed you that you're not using emulators. That you're using the
I
Nintendo
don't care.
Switch.
Yeah, sure. Nintendo Switch legally.
Oh man, that Coke is
yeah.
going down good.
So are these so many sponsorship opportunities that these people are missing out on, but these Sunny D vodka seltzers are dangerous.
There you go.
Sunny D.
Sunny D.
Vodka seltzer, and it just tastes like Sunny Delight.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Sounds
100
good.
calories. And I'm not selling them. but
I like.
just love 'em.
That sounds like it would be good. I'm not a big Sunny D fan, but like,
Yeah.
I enjoy High Noons. Those taste good.
If you want to try one, I brought plenty.
What, a Sunny D?
Yeah.
Vodka? Okay. I don't know. I'm drinking a margarita, so I don't know if I should mix tequila.
You're still
vodka.
young. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
You're young.
Thanks, Pat.
Yeah, I don't. What's the biggest lie you can tell yourself, man? I recently I've just decided I'm no longer drinking.
Oh, yeah.
It
You're
just
done?
isn't for me anymore. I don't enjoy it.
I'm not. So,
I enjoy it in the moment, but then I just regret it the next day, and then I'm just like,
I'm not a big drinker.
yeah.
I never really have been. I'm not gonna lie. I've been drunk before. You know.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's fun, but like, to a point of going too far and like, throwing up and stuff.
Right.
I did that once, and I'll never do that again. And that was back in 2012, or I think it was 2012.
Wow, so you're pretty good at managing your buzz then.
I think so, because I know when to quit.
See, there's been so numerous times where I've thrown up from getting sick, and I just do it again. Like,
I can't.
You're talking about the last time I got sick was 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's like I cannot. Once I start getting a buzz, I just have to keep chasing it. And that's where I get into trouble. You know what I mean? Because I've never been like a one beer guy. Like if I'm going to have one beer, I'm going to have 0, or I'm going to have, 4.
I've been close to where I've gone too hard, but like most of the time, like I find myself at home and I can just pass out. And as long as I pass out and I stay in bed and I don't stand up, I'm fine. The last time that I almost threw up, I think it was because I was drinking and then my neighbor came over and I smoked a cigar.
oh,
That'll do it.
The cigar, I mean, that was kind of like it gives you that like almost like that chewing tobacco feel where like
that nicotine.
Yeah, and when you're not used to it, because I don't smoke, I'm not a smoker.
You were inhaling it, were you?
No, I was
But
not.
even just a
inhaling
little
it.
bit that could have maybe went in his nose or whatever.
But
just
like
on top
once
of
you
that.
get to the end of the cigar, it gets really hot. And it's just got that taste, and like you get
it's
that
all the resin.
Oh.
It's the resin from the whole cigar burning down.
And my neighbor, he said that's his favorite part. Yeah, he smokes a cigar. He smokes more than one.
probably inhales it, too.
more a day. Yeah, probably. I don't know. He smokes a lot of cigars.
It's okay to
He's
inhale
big
a little
cigar.
bit. Just a little.
Cigars are very close to me on the dip thing where it's just gross. to me.
I enjoy them.
I would love a cigar right now. If we were sitting here with cigars, I would be, dude.
Like, to me, they smell bad. They
I got
taste bad.
some. They're just not here. I have to go.
Thanks, Sean.
I have to go to
Yeah.
my neighbor. He's got the humidor. I don't have a humidor. I bought a bunch when I was on a cruise.
Yeah.
There were these Cohibas or whatever. I don't know. I don't know anything
That's
about
the good
cigars.
stuff.
And
Me neither.
I
but
could. I should get some. Yeah, I should tell him
You
to bring
should.
some over.
That'd be great.
I'll
man.
text him.
It's a nice night.
I'll smoke a cigar.
Again, it's 420. So
You can't get those. Can you in
Smoke
America?
up.
Cohiba?
I don't think so. I need to text him, see if he's still awake. He had to cut his grass today.
I start telling how many times you've outed yourself on like the Raspberry Pi and the Cohibas and all
I
the
don't
different
really
stuff
care.
that you shouldn't be talking about. Maybe.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
you're fine. It's fine.
Nobody's listening, right?
Right. Except for the 3 people on YouTube.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble.
Sean, this is the one where it's going to explode, right? And then you're
I
just in
hope
all
so.
this trouble.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna get canceled. I hope I get canceled. I hope
too.
that I say something that gets
Yeah.
Cancel
canceled.
me good.
I think.
And then you talk shit about my wife. Now I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
It's just the whole problem.
I'm sorry, Pat.
It's okay.
I've still never met your wife. One of these days, maybe.
She almost came today. She wanted, but it's like, I get it. She's not a gamer. She's an introvert. It's a 45-minute drive. I eat all the stuff, and she'd only be here for a while and go back. And I get it.
Yeah.
We'll do something like
We'll
meet her some other way. You know what I mean?
Well, we used to hang out more.
Yeah.
We should hang out again.
I'll try to have you guys over or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll have to come over
Yeah.
and hang out.
We'll do. I don't know if we're gonna do.
do
We
it.
usually do a 4th of July party. I don't know if we will this year or not, but obviously
Okay.
I'll invite you to whatever. You know.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll try to bring my introverted wife because Casey's very introverted as well.
Mm-hmm.
Are you introverted like me, where you pay for a show and then you don't go, dude? The other day
don't know.
I bought tickets for a comedy show and just didn't go. I just didn't go. I didn't want to go by myself. I didn't. I was tired. I was, that inner voice that just won. That just says, just lay in bed and.
I would have a hard time not going to something that I paid for.
Right.
Yeah, I'm too
right?
cheap.
But like
Too cheap.
I've won tickets to a show I wanted to go to, and then ended
You
up
couldn't
just
do
not,
it.
just not. I just didn't want to. Like,
Right.
I was gonna go. I think like way back. This was early 2000s. I won tickets to Silver Sun Pickups or something.
Oh, nice.
You know.
Great band.
And
they're
I was
good.
gonna go. Me and my friend John, we were gonna go, and we were driving around, and then we were both just like, I kind of don't want to go, and we're like, I don't either. Let's just hang out and
Really?
do something else, and we never went. And there were free tickets, but like I kept getting, I would always call into the radio station and get like it was so easy for me for whatever
Really?
reason. I had so many free tickets. Like anytime I went to the House of Blues, I never paid because I would just win tickets on the radio.
Wow.
I was listening to whatever. I think it was when they had 92.3 before the sports talk took it over.
Wow.
They brought it back to alternative. It was 92.3. And I used to listen to it all the time. And whenever they'd have like 6 caller, I'd call in, and I'd win. I won so many times. Do you remember that when I used to win all the time? And some of them were like really cool. Like I won show to Hawthorne Heights,
Nice.
and they were the VIP seats.
Oh wow.
And we were like in the opera seats. And the cool
Yeah.
thing is as we were watching the show, all the opener bands and everything, like after they were done with their show, they came up and sat with us.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And it was when the Xbox 360 was first released, because there was like some special Xbox 360 promotion they had going on, and like I
Yeah.
had tickets to this after party or whatever, and like all the bands were there playing Xbox 360. Like the Xbox 360 hadn't been released yet.
Wow.
And we were playing them in it was basically in a party room at the House of Blues. But I used to win tickets all the
I
time.
know where that is. It's right when you walk into the left.
Yes,
It's like
right when
I
you walk
played
into
on
the
that
left.
stage before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they do a lot of auditions on that stage.
Oh, okay. I haven't been to the House of Blues in forever.
Oh yeah, same here.
But I mean, I would only go when I would win tickets. I would win tickets for a
You
bunch
know what's so
of stuff.
funny? I think a lot of people just don't try. to
Yeah, I think
call.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
And they're like, "How do you win all these tickets?" I'm like, "I try."
You just call.
I was working. I remember doing it all the time because I was working at Arby's
Yeah.
at the time, and
Okay.
we would listen to the radio. And when the radio would be like, "Be caller number 6," I would call and I'd win him
This
there.
guy's got to wait for his roast beef sandwich. I'm on the phone.
Yeah, I was
Right,
doing
sorry.
important.
Hold on.
I was doing important work.
Hawthorne Heights, huh?
Yeah,
The
that was,
VIP tickets, they were actually in Hawthorne Heights. That's kind of cool.
Full circle
were.
back to the Screamo. We were talking about Screamo with Tim and Kelly earlier, and we were talking about Hawthorne Heights. Believe it or not, somehow they came up twice on this podcast.
oh wow,
But
some deep
we were talking about different. I was playing the evolution of emo to screamo. Have you ever heard of a band? What's this band? American Football. They're like one of the first emo bands ever from like '98 or '99 or whatever.
I don't think so.
And I was just kind of talking about how they're like emo when it first came out. It was just whiny vocals, a clean guitar, and it was not screaming. It might have been kind of high register singing, but it was never what it ended up being by like the 2010s or whatever.
Yeah, emo is like I was explaining it to my wife's quite a bit younger than me, so
Yeah.
I explained it to her because I was a goth kid,
Yeah.
and like emo to me was like if goth and alternative like had a kid, it would be emo.
Yeah, basically. It was very God. It
My
was almost
Chemical
like
Romance, right? I mean, that's what we're
they were one of the first maybe screamo bands because they were kind of like almost like a little punk rock a little bit, but they didn't ever scream. the guy sang. He never actually screamed. So it really started to fuse with fusion with like heavy metal, and then heavy metal and with the singing and screaming. That's why it got screamo. It wasn't actually emo. It was screamo. So there's a book. There's actually a book. It's either a book or a documentary that's coming out, and it's like Fallout. It's got a picture of Fall Out Boy, but it's like a quote from another band. I can't remember where I saw it. It was somewhere on Facebook, but I want to see that whenever that comes out. I think it's a documentary. But
you need like a degree in like subgenres of music now because they're so weird and
oh yeah,
it's hard to like. I was listening to Day to Remember on the way here. Like, is that metal? Not really. Is it really? You know what I mean? It's hard to really put it in somewhere. When I was a kid, back in my day,
yeah,
it was easy. It was rock, alternative. You know, I mean, I guess in the '70s, it was real easy because it was either rock or country,
Disco.
and jazz. You know,
yeah.
but,
Nothing wasn't there was no fusion music.
and then rap came out, and rap was its own thing. And then alternative is like a mix of rock and
rap.
rap or rock,
Biscuit,
metal. New metal is
Yeah.
some of that. And yeah, you definitely need like a degree or something.
Yeah, dude.
There
They
we go.
got classes on Taylor Swift. Let's do classes on emo, which is a real thing, by the way. Not kidding.
Was that Blink-182 I heard? Not anymore, but
Hawthorne Heights,
the
man.
first thing you were playing.
Oh no, this is the best one.
They don't pull you from YouTube for playing this stuff.
Yeah, do they?
They will, but I mean, it's 2 hours in usually. If we keep it no music, beginning, they're just checking like the beginning of these things.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I've been flagged once for music, and it was Kanye West. I was playing Kanye, and it said Universal Records had an issue, and he's the only person that I played from Universal Records.
Yeah.
So
He was pissed because he lost the presidential election that year.
yeah, this is definitely emo.
I haven't heard this this band in a long time.
He would be loving this right now. Tim,
Oh yeah.
he loves this song.
I can't see, but I'm picturing the lead singer having like the black hair with some purple in it, and it's like combed over this way and stuff.
He always actually this singer dresses like he almost like Tom DeLonge hair, and he wears like a sweater vest all the time. I saw him live a couple years ago, and he still dresses like that, like a sweater vest, almost like he's like a uniform, like a schoolboy uniform. It's weird. But yeah, I saw them play, and dude, they were saying how much they love this song, playing this song in Ohio. Not this song, but Ohio is for Lovers, which is a different song. And they were saying that a lot of people in the military would reach out to them saying that because they were big in like 2010. What was this album? 2010, exactly. That was probably when Iraq was happening and all that stuff. And they said like a lot of people that were in the military would write to them or whatever, saying, "Hey, like your music really helped me from killing myself." Because
That's around, I think, when they were pulling out of Iraq, because Obama was president and he was getting out of there.
Yeah.
Because Obama got elected in '08.
Right.
And then they started getting out of there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went to a goth party a couple weeks ago, and I'd explain to my wife, like, she got it, you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
like the style you wear it because you dress goth or whatever, it's like a unique thing, and emo kind of spun off of it a little bit, like the style did.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, is that still a thing? Like, do kids
Visual
still
style.
dress up like that?
It came back. It really has
'Cause
came
it was
back.
very popular in high school.
It was like
What's
a
that?
new
remember.
revival.
Emo or goth?
I think emo
I
is
don't know
bigger
the
than goth.
difference.
I don't know.
I can explain it to you.
Yeah, I don't know if goth is really so big anymore. It's almost just like all fused together.
I will tell you, the party we went to, I mean, this bar doesn't usually draw that well, and I mean, all the goth people came out.
Really?
It was nuts, yeah.
Wow.
But I wore my Doc Martens and my black stuff and my Nine Inch Nails shirt and my, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know how
yeah.
to do it.
That's awesome.
I had a trench coat in high school, and then Columbine happened afterward, and they banned it. I'm like, I've been wearing it for 2 years. Like, it has nothing to do with that.
Dude, this is old. This is maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is the original. This might be the original emo right here.
I mean, I don't know that well, but I think about like My Chemical Romance and things. And what band is this?
The Cure. I mean, they were probably one of the.
The Cure's really goth. I mean, that's original goth.
I guess probably goth. Okay.
Like if I had to give you two bands to define goth, it would be The Cure and it would be Typo Negative.
Did you explain it? Because I totally missed everything you just said.
Well, he brought up The Cure as
I
being
got
the original
distracted.
emo. It's really the original goth.
Yeah, I guess
Cure and Typo Negative were like OG goth.
it's true. It's like South Park. Whenever they would have those goth kids on there, they would always have like this something like like the Cure's playing in the background.
They're sweeping their hair over to the side, like you know.
So this cut of this song, Close to Me, was on a CD. It's Express for Men CD. The store Express for Men, the designer clothing. So one time I bought like a pair of jeans years and years ago, and they gave me a CD, and this song was on here. And this version is not, you can't find it anywhere because there's a horn solo in this. It's so good. I'll skip to it.
It's interesting that you would get that at a designer men's clothing store.
Like this horn solo. So good. I wish I had some speakers. You guys could hear this.
Now, is this ska or is this?
So this is like
Because I hear horn in modern music, and I go to ska.
right. Maybe it was early ska.
I think if you had to name a band for every genre, like the ska band is Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh, they're the
Remember that?
best. I was just listening to ska the other day. I think one of the best. The best.
Less Than Jake.
I was just gonna say yes.
Right?
Less Than Jake
Okay.
is in my opinion the best ska band of all time.
Yeah, Less Than
They're
Jake is
so
great.
freaking good, dude.
too
Live, they
familiar.
sound just like their album. And the two singers that sing harmony together, they have like the same voice almost, but one guy has like a higher voice, the other guy has a lower voice, and man, it's just so good.
Rancid was more punk, right?
Yeah.
Rancid would be punk. Yeah.
What about Operation Ivy? Were they
Punk.
punk?
Dude,
Less Than
you-
Jake is great.
Definitely punk.
Yeah, that album right there. That one.
I have a hardcore like punk friend, and I've seen those shirts. She has both of those shirts. Yeah, man. And then like Nine Inch Nails came in, and Nine Inch Nails kind of crossed a lot of genres because they were kind of goth, but kind of industrial,
Yeah.
and kind of alternative, and kind of this, kind of that.
You can't F with this.
I'd be showing my age a bit. I don't know all these songs.
Really?
Yeah.
What year was this album?
2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I graduated in 01, right? So
I graduated in 05.
once you get out of high school, the new music kind of doesn't really.
That's so true, man.
know.
That is very.
I try. Like my favorite band right now is August Burns Red, which is like they're technically Christian metal, but it's like hardcore metal.
What band?
August Burns Red.
Oh yeah, they were a Christian band when they started, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and they hold the theme if you listen to the lyrics and stuff, but it's really like hardcore metal.
Wow.
I try to listen to new stuff as much as I can. I don't really go back and listen to Tool all the time and Nails and stuff, just because I'm tired of it, man.
I'm stuck in the 90s. I can't get out of it.
Yeah, it's coming back, man. 90s is
90s
back.
Like my favorite band is Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, dude, they're gonna be
Can't
here
go
at
wrong.
Blossom this summer.
Yeah, you can't go wrong.
I gotta
with
go.
them.
I never get tired of that band. So
I gotta go. I
No.
gotta see them. I've never seen. They're
Or like
those
if you-
guys are
when are they
60.
coming to Blossom?
I don't know. This summer. That's like
I
June,
gotta have to
July.
check that. I
Soon.
need to go. I need to. I've never seen them live.
You know their days are numbered, man. Those guys
I
are
know.
like at least what, almost at 60.
You want to go to see Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I know Anthony Kiedis' wife is like what, 25.
I don't know when.
He's like
Yeah,
60.
that's a little creepy, but
It looks like it's his daughter. It's creepy.
yeah, but you never know too, because I mean those guys went hard on drugs back in the day and stuff like that. But then
Yeah.
the funny thing is, like, you look at Keith Richards. Dennis Leary made jokes about Keith Richards in 1992 about how is he still alive? He did so many drugs,
And he still
and he still performs 32 years later.
Yeah, that was 32 years ago.
It's like the drugs preserved him. You know,
Did you guys
so he
see?
pickled
Yeah.
him.
Did you guys see? What's his name? what his what is his John Mellencamp, John Cougar Mellencamp. You know who that is?
Yes.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Yep.
So did you see that on that live performance where he got mad and left? He ended the show.
No.
Yeah, so he got upset because someone was heckling him, and he kind of had like a meltdown on stage. It was pretty insane. He oops, I think I did it on the wrong one. That's all right. Let me see if I can bring that up. Yeah, I think this is it. Oh, this is like some podcast talking about it.
Some other podcast talking about
Yeah, I don't want to play that. Listen, that heckled. Is that meltdown? It was pretty funny. He got all like bent out of shape over. Is this it? Let's say it ain't.
Hey, Pat, you're no longer the oldest one here.
Oh, your neighbors?
Yeah, there's some old people behind me.
Are they older than me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I mean, just checking. You know what I mean? Not way. I don't know about way older.
I'm way older. I'm 46. 46?
I'm 41.
41.
Okay. We only have 5 years on me.
Oh, is dyslexic?
Dude, you only got 5 years on me, and she's like 32, so like that's no problem. You know what I mean? Do you guys like Conan O'Brien?
Yeah.
Talk about something we're not even talking about. He did the best Hot Ones performance I've ever
I
seen.
know, he did.
You watched it?
I did. It was great.
It's the best one ever.
We gotta watch this. We gotta watch.
I was crying.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
Oh man, he had a meltdown. That's when you go.
Some guy was some.
I'm gonna see him after the show. Guys, I can stop this show right now and just go home. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Since you've been so wonderful, I'm gonna cut about 10 songs out of the show. Here we go.
So he starts playing another song here, but he was just so upset. He gets so bent out of shape, he just leaves.
John Mellencamp?
He's like, the song's over, that's it. And he just walks off stage.
Why did he stop in the middle of the song?
So someone was heckling. I think he said something about endorsing Joe Biden. I don't know. I didn't catch the whole story. So one person, everyone else, you could hear everyone was like, "Oh yeah, don't worry about that guy." And I guess he just got so bent out of shape, couldn't, shake that guy. That I think he actually tells someone he wants to talk to him backstage. I don't know what that was all about, but he says
Somebody said something about Joe Biden. What?
I think he did. He said something about maybe endorsing him. I don't know.
And then people got mad.
One person got mad, and then he got upset and ended the show early.
Yeah, there's a Trumper in there that's everything's so divided.
I don't get it. I mean, whatever side you're on, I don't really care. It's just, it's so bizarre that it's so
intense.
Crazy intense now.
It does.
It's never been that way before. At least not that I could remember.
It's been that way for a long time. Like when George Bush was in, people. The problem
was
is
was it as advertised though? Like people would decorate their yards for George Bush.
Well, I've been watching pro wrestling for a lot of years, which sounds goofy, but like Donald Trump.
It's called the politics of America.
Donald Trump is literally like cutting bad guy interviews.
Yeah.
For politics, and it's working.
Yeah, I know.
It's scary that people like buy into it, and
Yeah.
Again, not too much politics, but like I don't think either one of these guys is real good. But
no, it's
you know what
terrible.
I mean,
dude. I got friends. I just did an episode with my friend in Austria. He says like other countries, his country, laugh their asses off.
Because I mean, Trump is like a joke.
Oh, big time.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
And Biden isn't a joke, but he's so old that he's kind of a joke.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is like the quote unquote best country in the world. These are our two options.
I know.
And there's no other option. You can vote for somebody else, but that doesn't work.
I know. It's sad.
It's wild.
It is what it is. I mean,
it'll all be fine.
In
Right.
4 years, we'll have 2 other complete different people that we're not even thinking about right now. So that's why I always love, like, right this last,
But people
I-
are going to start acting like Trump going forward, and that's the problem. And because it worked,
Yeah.
they're going to do it because it worked. So you're going to
Yeah.
get more people that are Trump.
Uh-oh, are we getting political?
I don't know if hey,
A little bit.
little bit. I think
We lost our 3 viewers, guys. Sorry.
yeah. I don't know a whole lot of politics. I don't know a whole lot about holding I don't know a whole lot about if you're a former president, if you're allowed to just come back and then lose and then try again in another 4 years. He's still young. He's still young enough.
You can
to
be
do
elected.
that.
You can be elected twice.
So it doesn't matter how much time went by.
No, the only person this ever happened before was Grover Cleveland. Was elected, and then he lost, and he ran again and got reelected for a second term. But there was a president in the middle.
In the middle. Okay.
And Grover Cleveland is the only person that did that, if I'm remembering right.
Okay.
You can only be elected twice.
I didn't know if there was any type of statute of limitations as far as.
But Trump's a psycho, and he's going to try and change the law so he
he'll
can be elected a
change-
third time, even though he's 80,
Yeah.
and he's going to die tomorrow, maybe, because he's unhealthy as shit,
Right.
obviously.
Oh, look at the baby. I gotta get the baby on camera.
Yeah, we got.
Doggo.
Yeah, I got my
What,
dog.
what,
Scrappy.
what breed is that?
He's a Maltese Yorkie,
Oh.
so he's
It's kind of like a crossbreed.
yeah,
Okay.
a mutt.
Adorable.
Yeah, he's a good dog. I like him. Yeah,
That's
right.
cute.
You good? You good dog?
He's not big enough to jump on the counter and eat the food and knock the dishes over.
He would if he could, but yeah, he's not.
He's
big
not tall enough, yeah.
He's not tall enough.
Aw.
But if you like leave your chair out and you leave food on the table, it's over.
right.
He loves to get food. You're all wet. Were you licking yourself?
My buddy had a golden retriever one time, and we visited. He bought a new house, so we were checking the house out. And he was giving us the tour, and his wife made these like biscuit things and left them on the kitchen counter. We did the tour. It was amazing. We got back downstairs. The plate was in the same place, but it was like clean, like it went through the dishwasher. But the plate didn't move. But all the biscuits were gone.
Oh
there was
my
no
God.
crumbs.
Oh my god.
And the plate didn't. I couldn't believe the plate didn't move.
Oh my god.
But you know what happened? Like it was either a ghost ate him, or it was Jimmy.
Probably the
you know what I
dog.
mean? The dog.
Yeah.
Tim had a great story about this happening with their dog. I guess they had left open like a box of like 20 donuts in their room. I wish he was in here. I don't know if that was how many, but he said that they were all gone, and he only had one. So and
When
then he
we-
said Kelly didn't have any.
Oh, jeez.
So
Oh.
that means the dog is still. He's like the dog's fine, but
That's scary because like can't dogs not eat chocolate or something?
sugar or something like
Some
that?
dogs don't care. Like
And I'm gonna assume
I
they're
think
trying to kill themselves.
my dog's
like,
not
they'll eat it
supposed
anyway.
to, but he's had chocolate before and it hasn't affected him.
Yeah.
He's stolen chocolate before.
Risky.
But you know the thing is when we first moved into this house and we were we had friends over and we were showing it and I don't think we had push-in chairs in our kitchen on the table. We had just benches. So like he could climb up on the bench and get on the table. Somebody put their they had Starbucks coffee and they had it on the table and we went downstairs. We were showing the house. When we came up there was coffee all over the floor and he had gotten into it because he was
usually cats are assholes like that. They'll like knock over a cup of water
Yeah.
or whatever.
But they're not even gonna eat it. Like
just
they'll
to
knock
see
the
it-
food over, but they won't eat the food.
They just want to see it fall. That's it. They just want to see. They
Yeah.
just want to see a mess and then walk away.
Tim's dog has like jelly on its face. Like I didn't do it.
I'm gonna have to have him rehash that story when he comes back, wherever he is.
yeah.
Where is he?
He's
This guy. He's standing right over there.
Yeah,
How long is
I
your
took a
podcast
spot. They run pretty long, although I don't know.
Yeah, they went about an hour. I've been going this whole time, so I'm about to take a little break myself.
Yeah.
If anyone else, these fine folks over here, if they want to be on our show, they are
Yeah,
more than
Gary,
welcome.
you want to be on the podcast? You want to join the podcast? He said no.
Okay,
Because
just ask.
if you get him talking, he'll talk. he if he gets excited and he's got opinions. Yeah,
Let's
he's
go.
got lots of opinions.
on.
Yeah, if you want some good content, you'd have to get him on here. 'cause
Yeah.
Anyone else? Casey, you want to come?
I tried getting her on, but she
I'm
won't
gonna take
listen
a
to me.
little break.
Yeah, should we pause it? Can we pause?
I'm just gonna let it
You're
go,
just gonna
man.
let it go? All right.
Oh, dude, we're live, man. We're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
I got this
All right.
Sean,
overhead view.
he's gonna go like tinkle or whatever he's doing.
Yeah.
And you're gonna hold it down until he gets back.
Oh, okay.
Guys,
And
go
then
ahead.
We'll Well, maybe tag out because we should be doing gaming at some point at a LAN party.
One of these days. Well, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. You usually leave early because you're old.
Well, early being what 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's
Usually
early.
I don't stay overnight,
You're supposed to stay till 9 a.m.
but I am old. That's true.
How long does this go? How long does this thing go? I know
It ends whenever it ends.
Okay.
When does the average person? When does the average last person pass out?
Well, that's interesting because most of the time everybody passes out at one point except for me. So I would say probably around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, the last person will pass out. So then what I end up doing at that time, I take the opportunity to start cleaning up. So I'll start cleaning up. People have left. People are sleeping. And then after I'm done cleaning up, some people come back from sleeping, like Tim a lot of times. He'll come back. He's like, all right, I'm ready. And then I'll sit down and I'll play some more. And we'll play till whenever. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't need sleep. I know I'm not going to bed. I'm not going to go to bed until Sunday evening, and I'll be ready to work Monday. So I stay awake. I once I get past like 5, 6 a.m., I'm good. As long as I keep moving, because I got to clean this mess up,
Yeah.
And once I'm done, because as soon as I finish cleaning all this up, I'll like take a shower and like I could probably go to bed and I'll sleep the rest of the night. And if that happens, 6, 7 at night, I'm all for it. I know you want to take a break, Ryan.
So-
I'm going to take a break.
You
You
can
guys
walk
keep
away.
going. Keep going.
All right, we're gonna
We'll
talk.
defer it down. So now we discover what's wrong with Sean. You're not supposed to stay awake longer than 24 hours.
Oh,
it
it's
affects your
fine.
mind, and you
It's
just do
okay.
it twice a year, at least twice a year.
I do it
right?
twice a year. That's it. Only at LAN parties. I can't do it on a whim unless. Actually, the only other time I could do it is if I'm at a casino. I could stay up.
Yeah, no, I can
forever.
see that. Yeah.
I'm a gambler.
Now,
which
I do
is
it- I-
bad. Gambling's horrible.
Yes, it is.
Is bad.
Yes, if you have a problem, please call 1-800 gambling or whatever the
Yeah,
number is.
that's
Yeah.
my like one and only vice. Like I'm not a big drinker or anything like that, but gambling is really difficult for me to not do. So
Well, it hasn't ruined your life. You haven't
it has not ruined my life
You haven't
yet.
put the house on the line or anything
I
like
haven't
that.
put the house on the line yet. I can still pay my bills, and I'm not like using bill money to do it. But
Yeah, I think
at the
they say
same
that-
time, I don't have any savings. I should probably have some savings, in case something were to happen. But
Yeah.
I don't because I spend it on stuff I like vacations and gambling. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's getting personal.
Well, it's a gambling. It's it's part of the vacation, it's part of the fun that you're having
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
You know what though? Sometimes you get some perks with gambling. So, like the
you probably just get a nice hotel room
Oh
and
yeah,
go down there and stuff.
Yeah. So our thing now is cruising. We go on cruises, and with how much we've gambled, like we don't have to pay for anything. Like the cruise is free, and we get nice rooms, and the drinks are free, like on the whole ship, and everything's just free. I mean, we have to pay for taxes and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, like a lot of people to have a cruising experience for a family of 4, I mean, it's going to cost you $5,000-$6,000.
Sure, yeah.
Just to go. For us, we could probably all 4 of us, I think, go, and it costs us about $1,000, maybe less.
Yeah.
That's including flight and everything. So, it's a good deal. Now we spend a lot in the casino, but I feel like for whatever reason, they gave us all these deals, and we didn't even spend that much of our own money on it. It's just from winning, losing, and it works out.
Nice.
I wish I had a hard time gambling. Like, I'm weird. Like, I don't like spending. Like, I'll have a hard time justifying a $10, $15, $20 purchase on something.
Everybody's like that.
You
go
but
to
then
a gas station across town to save 5 cents a gallon or something like that.
But like, I could totally like randomly on a Friday go to a casino, drop $1,000, and be like, oh well, no big deal.
Yeah.
It happens, And it could be like an hour, it could be 8 hours. At the end of it, the thing that sucks is I can never walk away with more than I brought.
Yeah.
It never happens.
We got to get
It's
you with my
rare.
brother. My brother
Very
plays
rare.
Texas Hold'em at the Jack Casino.
Oh yeah.
It usually walks out with hundreds of
Well,
dollars.
he probably plays other people, right?
Texas Hold'em, yeah.
Yeah. So he'll play in tournaments.
And he goes upstairs and he goes like higher stakes
Yeah.
situation or
Well, it's
whatever.
Pat and I.
He's good at it.
You can. Ryan took a break. You can jump in, and you're gonna finish a game. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I'm not a fan of like playing other people. What? What?
I was gonna hop on and finish it out after I beat this boss.
Yeah, I would do whatever you want. Anyway,
Sean, something interesting real quick. I want to bring out
Yeah,
two
yeah.
things. One is I see at these LAN parties and stuff, and we've done this podcast, and I find it interesting. Like, it's one of the best conversations we've had in probably a very long time.
Yeah.
It just happens to be on a podcast, which is cool.
Well, that's because you got to talk.
Yeah.
We're usually not talking. We're usually gaming.
Yeah, but I do appreciate the good conversation.
I
I'm
enjoy
having a
it
good
too.
time.
I like talking. It's good.
Yeah, you are talking.
But yeah.
plenty.
Anyway,
It's mine.
going back to Texas Hold'em, I don't like gambling against other people. Like unless it's at home. Like if it's just a home, nothing.
Yeah, but it's the game where there's a strategy component
Absolutely,
versus like roulette
absolutely.
or whatever, where it's
just,
totally random.
It's not luck. I mean, there's a little bit of luck involved, but it is a skill. Like you have to know when to, when do you check, when do you.
Yeah, and it's the deal
fold,
where like they just take a cut or whatever.
Yeah.
The house does, but blackjack and all these other gambling. All these other games, they're built against you. The odds of you winning is low, and you don't have a way to influence it. So at least with Hold'em, you have a way to influence your ability to win
Right.
money because you're taking it from other people, and the house just takes a cut.
Right.
Versus when it's just you versus the house, you're gonna lose.
Absolutely.
Over time.
I think to me, it's like those games I think are a lot of fun for me personally, although the odds are they're always against you. The house is going to win no
Yeah.
matter what, but it's still fun. I mean,
And Hold'em, the house takes a cut, so they
sometimes,
get their
yeah, the
piece.
house takes a cut, but at the same time, like you have a better chance if you're good. You can make a living.
There's
out
a
of
skill
it,
component. There's a psychology component.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I don't feel good doing that. That doesn't make me feel good.
Oh, I see.
I enjoy the camaraderie in other gambling table games or whatever. If you're playing craps or roulette or whatever, when you win and everybody wins, everybody's happy. Like that's the thing that I enjoy when I'm gambling.
Yeah.
Because it's everybody against the house. But it doesn't always happen that way. But anyway,
I hear you.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you one thing before, because I'm going to drop whenever he comes back. but
yeah, I think
I want to ask you one thing, and I was going to ask you anyway, but I think it's interesting probably.
Okay.
So my goal in my life was like, I was always going to have kids, right? Mm-hmm. But I figured like, let me get the fun out of the way when I'm young,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to have kids later.
Yep.
And that's still the plan. You know what I
Right,
mean? So
right.
what's going to happen is I'll be 41, 2, 3 when I have my first kid. Did I f- up? From a perspective of like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have these young kids now and you're a little bit younger than me, like, could you see yourself doing it in your 50s? Would you be
No
too
way.
tired and all that?
Yeah,
you know what I
absolutely.
mean? So I f***ed up.
Maybe. However, I don't know what you got to experience because we had kids our first kid we were 25.
Yeah.
We thought let's have them young so that when we're older we can do the fun stuff you did when you were in your 20s. But it's like, I think there's a balance of either way. But I don't know. I'm glad I did it earlier and not later. Personally, Casey agrees. She's sitting over here. She
Yeah.
can hear me. She can hear you talk. I think she can hear you talk. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to get back to you in 20 years, obviously.
Yeah.
But,
So are you thinking about having kids soon?
I mean, it's the plan.
Yeah.
The plan, that's part of what we're doing,
Working on it.
You don't know until you get there if it's going to work or
Right.
whatever.
That's
But
the scary part.
yeah, but
Is your wife on board? Does she
plan.
want kids?
she wants it. So I mean, at my point in my life, I was to the point where before I met her, where it was like,
You weren't ready.
I was like, I wanted kids, but if it didn't happen, I wasn't going to be like butthurt about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like my life's goal.
That was my life's goal, and I think that's what was different. Is I didn't care about the party scene or moving out or whatever. I mean, I got married when I was 22.
Right, yeah.
I was remembering. I was 22 years old when I got married.
Yeah.
We moved in.
When you get older, it's hard to tell if something was 2
Right.
years ago or 20 years ago. It just kind of mixes up in your head.
I mean,
a
we
little.
were both living with our parents. She lived with her parents. I lived with mine. We moved out a couple months before we got married, and it's just been us.
Yeah.
I've never lived on my own. I've never had like real roommates. I never got to be like selfish. I did. Eric is saying I skipped an entire portion of life, but you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with skipping that. Like,
Well, if you know what you want, that's all good.
I
You
don't
know
know.
what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know.
I never experienced cocaine, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
And heroin.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, you don't want it. You don't need it. It's cool.
But like,
But I'm just afraid I'm going to be like old and tired and hurt. You know what I mean? And there's a 10-year-old running around, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's the hand I dealt myself, so it's the way it is now.
So
and I'm ready.
And I'm definitely a different.
Becoming part of what? What does it dink mean?
Dual income, no kids. Right now you are.
That's how it is now, but it's not how it's going to be if the plan goes. But we'll see.
So, yeah, I was definitely different. Like in my 20s, like I was not like your average typical 20-year-old because I got married at 22.
Right.
I mean, and you know.
Yeah, 2024, you're a unicorn.
I've literally only been with Casey. I've never been with anybody else. I don't even know. We've been together since we were 16.
That's a unicorn in 2024.
I don't know anything else, and honestly, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm glad I made that.
I think
choice.
it's great. I think you got.
Yeah,
it's what
I'm
you wanted.
proud of it.
You know what I mean? And it's you're the only person in the room.
People thought I was crazy. They were like, "You're too young. Don't get married. You know, you have to live life and whatever." But I was like, "Dude,
well, no, but if you have what you
need
want,
to.
you don't
I
want to
know
let
what
that
yeah,
go either."
This is what I want, and I wanted kids. You know, I wanted kids. She wanted kids. And we decided to have kids when we wanted to. And we were like, okay, when we were 25, we were like, I'm ready. Because we were at the point where we were living, you know, by ourselves. You know, I was at the clinic and everything. And, you know, you just live in the same life. You kind of get bored and you're like, all right, let's do it. Let's do the next step. We're married. We have a house, you know, we're 23. I think we're, you know, fiscally responsible enough to actually raise children, you know. So we, you know, we had kids, and then 2 years later, we decided to have another.
Thank you for dropping enough after the gambling talk. But, you know, go.
What do you mean dropping what?
You said fiscally responsible enough.
Yeah. Well, you know what? So,
but I'm busting your chops.
Well, you know, we didn't really gamble before that. No, we did because I think where it started. So when Casey and I got married, we went to Vegas for our honeymoon. I mean, you know this, right? And people that are listening might not. Anyway, we went to Vegas on our honeymoon, and
I love this story. Yes,
when we went to Vegas for our honeymoon, you know, we didn't have much. I mean, we didn't have much money. We were 20, you know, we were 22, and she
was
won
that the slot machine.
She won $25,000 on a slot machine on our honeymoon. And that was when it started. That was when the addiction started. Because they kept wanting us to come back. They were giving us offers we couldn't refuse, you know.
The slot machine pip-offs was like, oh, we got some young people. Let's let them win now.
Oh, man. And
they'll think they'll win forever.
What's that? I don't think I had an addictive personality before.
Sean's never, because for a person that likes to drink, I can tell you Sean is not like that.
So that happened a couple of years ago. That happened like, what, almost 15 years, 20 years ago? How long was it?
16. Yeah, it'll be 16 years ago. We've been married for 16 years.
So, okay, you made that money, and
dude,
and I don't know you.
If we're talking about gambling, like, do you think I've spent that?
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think you've lost all of that over the years?
Oh yeah, like way, yeah. Probably
gotta drain the lizard.
Honestly, probably like last year alone.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
See, I've never gambled once in my life.
It's good. Don't.
I'm not gonna start
because you know what the thing is. Like, it's to me, it is addicting. It's fun.
Yeah.
And it's like a rush that you know. It's almost like nothing else matters.
Oh,
and
man.
When you're there,
it sounds like drugs.
It really is. And when you're there, like, you don't care about the future.
Yeah.
You don't care about anything. You're like, how can I get more money to do what I want to do right now? And then when you come home, you realize that you made a big mistake, and then you tell yourself you're not going to go again. And then a couple months later, you find yourself there again.
This
and
sounds
you're in the
like
same
drugs
situation.
or prostitution.
It's really bad. It's bad. Now, again, we do it responsibly enough to just where we don't have a like as disposable income as we should.
Sure.
I mean, you know, both of our salaries together, we make really good money.
Okay.
And we don't really have it. I don't have anything to show for it. I mean, I have a house and nice cars and whatever, but like I don't have disposable income like I should. I should have disposable income, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't, because we were especially when I got a newer job that was paying a lot of money, and she started working. It was like we were just partying too much, and we were spending it too much. She would probably kill me if she heard me talking about this right now. 'Cause,
That's what happens.
but that's
what happens on the
so.
show.
As we were talking about her being introverted,
Yeah.
right. That's the one place she's extroverted.
Really?
She is like a different person
When it comes to gambling.
it really is. She talks to people.
Yep.
She's she doesn't. It's different, and I don't know. I enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
fun. I love doing it, but it's a lot more fun when you win at the
Right.
same time. But even when you lose, it's like whatever. But
Right.
like, I have such a hard time justifying spending any kind of money on tangible items. And I wish I did. Like, I joked around with her, and I was like, the next time we ever want to go out, gambling or whatever, we should like go to Sam's Club and just buy whatever we want, because that we'd spend the same amount of money and it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I could, and that would be the same. It would be like, yeah.
Yeah, everyone. There are people that don't have money. I work with a guy. He said he spends about $75 a week on scratch offs, and he usually buys those like $50 scratch offs.
Oh, jeez.
Because those are always they're guaranteed.
They're not guaranteed.
They're not guaranteed, dude. You're not
Just
getting.
your odds are a little bit better.
They're a little bit better, but he thinks in his mind it's almost a guarantee.
I mean, that's no different. I mean, think
'Cause
about
he
it.
hits.
Think about it as if you bought $51 scratchers.
Right.
You're probably going to hit on some of them.
Right. But
On a
not all.
and then the amount you're going to hit is probably going to be the same if you were to hit something on a 50. Because if you bought a $50 scratcher, like the most of the time you're just gonna get it for $50.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your $50 back, and that's about it. Or you're gonna get nothing, absolutely nothing.
To
me, those aren't fun. That's not fun. I don't know.
Someone gifted me some scratch offs, and I again have never gambled, so I scratched them off, and I won like $6 or something. So I took them to the local Sunoco.
Did you take the cash, or did you buy more tickets?
No, I just took the cash because they were like, "This is only $6."
$6.
I'm like,
buy some more tickets.
no,
Push
I
your
was
luck.
like, these were a gift. I just want the $6, and let's split get my sandwich, my chicken sandwich, and half of a chicken sandwich
Yeah.
for $6.
Oh my god.
And we'll split because I'm not gonna buy more. No, I'm not going down that rabbit hole. But
Well, I was thinking you should join. We were talking about gambling.
yeah,
Yeah, if Pat's gone. You could put his. You don't have to be on camera.
you can grab his mic. I can hand it to you if you like. Hold on.
Is it? Is it gonna reach?
I think it's just.
She's not on camera. Let's see. All right, Gary. Thanks for coming. Sorry I ignored you.
Had a long day.
Did you want something to drink? There's squirt in there. What about a Mexican Coke?
I worked all day.
I think it's too late. He's already bringing it over here.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. You're not gonna be famous. Don't worry. All right, hold on. I'm getting a microphone over to you. It's probably better if you have headphones so you can hear us. Are Pat's headphones over there, the red ones? Do
Yeah.
those work?
Does he mind?
Oh, we should play. When I'm done with this podcast, we'll play some Warcraft 3. I'm all for it. Did you get Reforged, or are we going to have to play the... Oh, you did? We'll have to get some people, because Tim's got Reforged, and we could play that.
They won't reach all the way over there.
Oh, Casey,
Yeah.
why don't you go over... Yeah, just go over where Pat
Okay.
was. Here, hold on. Yeah, give me the mic. Technical difficulties. Hey, if anybody's out there watching the live stream, thanks for sticking in there. It's dedicated. Hey, there's shout out my daughter Molly, my oldest. Yeah. Here, you want to say hi? Or hold on.
I don't even have the camera.
Oh,
Sorry.
this is not good. Here, you know what? Just talking to the mic.
Hi.
Yeah, they heard you.
I want to scream into the mic.
Please don't scream into the mic. No.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
That would hurt. Where's Casey?
Watch her
Is
ears.
she finally coming? Where'd
I
she
don't
go?
know.
What are you guys doing? Where did Casey go? Did she go in the house?
I don't know.
She ran away. Casey.
Oh, there she comes.
Is he not feeling well? Headache.
I wish I would have brought my iPad. That would have made life so much easier as far as switching things. But
I got my iPad.
yeah,
You want to borrow it, or is
it's
that
all
gonna
right.
take too long?
It's almost. I probably got about maybe 45 minutes left before I'm thinking about packing up. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, I got to get up early tomorrow. So, but I wish I would have got here a little earlier. But
Well, you got here, I think, at a good time.
yeah,
you weren't late.
I think I
think
came
you
here
were late.
around this time last time and left at midnight or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah,
I was like
what
scrambling.
time is it now? Oh, it's 10
a little after
o'clock?
10.
Oh, it's
I know
not
it
that
flew
late.
by. I got here I think at 6. Took us that long to get going, like 2 hours.
it takes a while.
But
Casey's being a nurse. She's a nurse. That's why she's doing her nursing duties. Kid
Pat's coming back.
kids
He
need
might
some medicine.
he might
He might take a break.
yeah, take a break, man. I can hold this down
He
by
might.
myself.
Well, no, I was saying I think he's taking a break. Casey, you gonna join in?
Yeah, I just have to get
I know.
Let's see.
She's coming. Pat, do you mind if
I do want to say this Wednesday Tim and I are going to be on the Not Weird Just Homeschooled podcast. Someone actually asked Tim and I to be on their podcast to promote our podcast. So
Oh, that's kind of cool.
thank you guys. Jeremy Demery, he's the host of that show, and
Oh, your camera's really blurry.
I know what's going on. It's an autofocus, and it's
Oh,
not focusing on me.
Casey's getting her headphones on.
Strange.
That's right. Oh, you can hear me? All right, you guys talk into the microphone. Like
We'll just
put
put
it up to your
Casey on
mouth.
camera if that's
Okay.
okay.
There we go.
There we
now we
go.
can hear her.
All
You
right.
put her on camera. She doesn't want to be on camera.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
That's okay. She doesn't care.
I'll edit that out. I promise.
So
Maybe.
anyway, yeah, I was just talking about. I know I tease Casey a lot about being introverted, and
There we go.
there's nothing wrong with it. But I was saying that the only time she's not introverted is when we're gambling.
I'm gambling. Yep.
Yep, when she's gambling.
Nice.
So.
So you just the tiger comes out, huh? You just you're unleashed.
This is her first podcast. She said she didn't want to do it, and now she's here. And
Here I am putting you on camera. and
Well,
everything.
we just want to hear your beautiful voice, honey.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is my second time coming to one. Actually, I've been to other ones that you've done at your old place.
I mean, yeah. Ryan, how
Second
long have
time
we
on
known
the
each other?
podcast.
We were little.
Then probably 30 years.
Probably has.
It's probably about 30 years.
Yeah, because,
I'm almost
we met at
38.
church. That's where we met.
I have a video of you
Valentine King?
and the Valentine King and Tim and Rosie.
Yeah. And
And,
Amanda.
yep.
I think Amanda booed our...
We were children.
Well, she was Petri at the time.
Yep, we were children.
Mm-hmm.
But
The good old days.
yeah, we used to all hang out, man, back in the day.
Yeah.
And I didn't. Tim and I didn't really. Tim just sent me a text, thinking. Yeah, Tim and I didn't talk for years and years and years. We'd run into each other. I ran into Tim on Euclid Avenue a couple years ago. He was driving. I was walking from work to the subway across the street, and he's like, "Hey, I know that guy." And I see Tim with his bald head, and I'm like, "Whoa, I haven't seen this dude in forever." And we were talking, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, how you been?" And then I didn't talk to him for like another maybe 4 or 5 years, and then in 2022, at the end of 2022, that's when I reached out to him. I'm like, "Dude, I'm doing this show. I need you, man." And
That's awesome.
and man, it was like we picked up,
Right where you left off.
Yeah, it was
no
like
big
it
deal.
was like no.
That's when
big-
you know that it's a good friendship because some people like get mad that you didn't keep the friendship up. But,
Right.
I mean that it takes two people.
Right.
It goes both ways.
And I'll tell you, so I went to a funeral It was Mike White, Jordan's dad.
Oh yeah.
I went to a funeral, and it was all people from Pearlbrook there, including the Luzons.
I bet. Oh wow. Okay.
And it wasn't at Pearlbrook. It was at Cooley Avenue Church of God.
Okay,
Because I guess that's where their grandparents, the Whites, started going, like Jim White and all them.
Oh, Jim White.
They all started going there. So this past year, I ran into like almost everyone from Pearlbrook. And let me tell you how awkward that was. I saw Missy. Missy didn't even talk to me. Steve shook my hand. The Luzons, I avoided them like the plague.
Yeah, it was.
It was so strange. I talked to like Philip and like
Yeah.
Peyton and like some people, the younger kids are, you know.
So, if
But-
we're gonna talk about the subject, so
yeah.
like it's
Where's the fourth mic?
probably over there sitting because Kelly was on.
There's a mic over
yeah,
here.
You go over there. You want me to get out of your seat though? I mean, I just go over there. I like this seat. Anyway, going on that, like,
Yeah.
so we stopped going to Pearlbrook in 2008, like right around when we got
Right when
married.
we got married.
Now here's the thing. I didn't do it. It wasn't like on purpose.
Yeah.
It just ended up, we got married, we were busy, and then I came back. Like, I did. I went back, and the thing is, like, I was, excited to go back because, I mean, these were like family, like friends. You grew up with them, you know what I mean?
You said you went back.
Well, no. This was back in 2008. Though I
Okay.
mean, I was probably gone. I probably missed a month or two or whatever, a couple months or whatever.
But to you, that was
that
a long
was
time.
me. That was a long.
Because
That was a
you're-
long time
right,
because
right.
I was
Gotcha.
going every week, and
All
we
the
were
time.
going.
You grew up
Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night. That was like what we did. That was our life.
Right.
The thing is, like, I was excited to go back and see everybody,
Yeah.
but it was, for the most part, it was okay. And then there was one person that made a comment that made me, and I haven't been back since.
Really?
It was Jim White.
Really? Him?
Yeah, it was him.
Oh, he was always talking
because you
shit.
know what, we went in, and I was happy to see everybody. Everybody was like, "Oh, we haven't seen you in a while. It's been
Yeah.
nice." I was like, "Yeah, it's really nice." And then all I got all this flack.
Oh my god!
I got all this flack from Jim. He's like, "Well, I think he said something along the lines of, 'We missed you,' and then more of like a scolding of, 'You need to be in church,' And it was like,
Pretty much what everyone said.
He would do that to everybody. He did that to Josh
time that
Cooper.
we
You-
went back, I remember every single person was like, "Where have you been?" And I said, "Oh, I've been busy working. I think I was working weekends at the time." And they were like, "Well, that's no excuse."
It's not very loud.
yeah.
Sorry, jeez.
Is there a way to turn these up?
Can you hear Tim?
No, it's like really quiet.
Do you have a hardware? Is there a hardware slider on that headset?
It is, but it's all the way up.
Oh,
It should be.
so
are yours
that was
loud?
everybody to you, Casey? Everybody did that.
That's
to you?
fine. I could live with it.
As
'Cause-
far as I can remember, yeah, pretty
and that
much
was
everybody I talked to.
that was the thing that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
They were
and-
like, "Hey, good to see you, but where have you been?"
I didn't,
Right.
and I didn't want to feel that anymore. So we stopped going, and we did start going back. After Molly was born, we did go to Grace Church for a while.
couple times.
Yeah, it wasn't.
You guys
weren't
had
regular.
you guys had one of the girls dedicated at my church.
Yeah, Molly was because
Yeah.
we didn't have a home church, so I had Molly dedicated at.
It's kind of
At
a
your
drive for
church.
you guys, but I know I'm jumping in here, but me and Ryan have talked about this several times. Most recently on the last episode that I was on with Grayson,
Oh, yeah.
because he also grew up in the Church of God. That was one of the things that kind of, and you guys probably know this already about me, but like that was one of the things that really, when church became a job and not a form of sacrifice and not a form of like I'm doing this because I want to, because I'm passionate about it. I'm doing it because I have to be there, and like I don't show up on Sunday because I just had a baby last week or I just got married last week or whatever it might be. It's like, oh, where were you? It's like, I just had a baby, dude. He's like, well, bring the baby. It's like, no, like I'm taking time off. Like I'm home with my family. Like
This was Pearlbrook you're talking
yeah,
about?
well,
Or
yeah, it was not the pastor, but somebody else there, another leader at the church. But like I gotta say, that's actually one thing that I really like about my church, where like I know I'm missed. Like I'm not going tomorrow, and I know I'm going to be missed. Like, but I'm not going to be harassed or hounded or feel like a piece of crap because I'm not there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they understand that like I have a family and I have other plans. Like I have other priorities. Like it's not that I'm putting it before God. It's just because I have a life. Like you know what I mean? Like you can't always
Yeah.
be there all the time. So, yeah, I don't. The only person that ever harasses me like that is my papa.
Yeah. Now for me, the thing is like my beliefs haven't changed. At least I don't.
Right.
I don't think they have.
Right.
You know, like I still believe. You know, and everything, but at the same time, like this might sound horrible, but I have like zero interest going back to any of them anywhere. I haven't been to one in a long time, and I have no interest in.
You think it's because of the bad experience you had at Pearlbrook?
I don't know. Like
It does.
and you know
It's trauma.
it sometimes, you know, I wonder if that's the wrong thing to do because my kids don't go and they don't know. They haven't been around it, and you know,
Like
I should
you were
probably
when you were
do.
growing up.
I should probably do a better job of explaining. I mean, I think they believe, you know,
Yeah.
because we talk about it, you know, during Christmas or whatever, you
Sure.
know, just
Easter.
explaining what Easter is and all that stuff. But
Yeah, but like, do you think like maybe that might get translated to like Christmas and Easter, where it's like the Santa and the Easter Bunny? Like, well, these things aren't real either, so maybe Christianity isn't real either. Like,
say
it's
what
just
now? What's not real?
like
Shut up.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
no, like I hear exactly what you're saying, and I feel like there's times that I feel like I was. There's times that I feel that I need to be more vocal and more of a teacher to my children. So like I try to find learning moments, like especially when they're being disciplined, like especially when they mess up. Like I try not to use like, oh, that's a sin, you're gonna go to hell. Like I don't ever
The fear? You don't wanna
yeah,
put the fear
I don't
in
ever
them.
use that.
I don't like
fear.
that. I don't like that either.
No,
I don't
I-
like the using fear as a motivator.
Because I remember how I felt when I was a kid.
That's all it was. It was all fear.
Yeah,
I mean, I
and-
was so scared my entire childhood. It was all about being scared. Like me personally, I remember.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
all I could think about was dying and, you know, making sure that I didn't go to hell.
And that's
Yeah.
a legitimate fear. However, like that can also cause like a lot of like religious trauma, especially in children, because it's like that like feeds nightmares.
Yeah.
And like that's one thing that I'm actually grateful for. Like working in education for 8 years, is like one of my buckets of work was attendance, and I feel like this directly correlates. It's like we don't want kids to come to school because of a pizza party or because it's movie night or popcorn Friday or something. Like we want them to come to school because they're excited about like presenting their science project that they've worked so hard on this whole quarter. Like they spent the last 3 weeks working on the science project. They should be excited to be at school every single day, and then they should come to school and like give their best effort and do their best work. I feel like it should be the same way with like our relationship with God. Like everybody's journey is different. And I just had this conversation with a good friend of mine last week. It's like, and they don't go to church at all. And like they've also went through a lot of like religious trauma growing up. And so like he says, I'm agnostic. He's like, but I'm not going to hate on anybody for being a Christian or whatever your beliefs. I'm like, listen, you know I'm a Christian. I play in church. Like I play drums in church. I was like, but do I ever shove Christianity down your throat? I was like, I've learned a long time ago that's not the way to do it. That's because all that's going to do is just push you away and make you hate the thing that I'm telling you. It's like, so the best thing I could do is just live a life of love and just love you for who you are and just accept you for the way you are, because that's exactly what Christ would have done for you if he was here. So like that's kind of like the way that I try to emulate what I want in my kids. And I know I'm very proud of him. I've never forced him to go to church, but if he doesn't show up for some reason, like I give him hell. I give him so much hell. Like, but like he knows I'm just messing with him. Cause it's like, dude, I'm playing drums. Where's my bass player? Like, so like he's got a job, but like I try so hard not to make it feel like it's just a chore or a duty. Like you're doing it out of your own sacrifice and your own passion and
What's
love.
weird is like growing up, it always felt like you were forced and it was a chore. But then there came a time when I think it was when I was a teenager, which is odd, you know, like 14, 15, 16. like I actually wanted to go. Like I was in it. Like I was finally like at the point
Well, we
where
would go to like these.
I enjoyed
Probably
it.
because I was going then.
Oh, that is true. Casey was going.
Noah's
too.
to that point. He don't want to go. He'll find any reason not to go.
We would go to these things like Winterfest, and they would hype you up.
Winterfest was awesome.
It was
Yeah, it
awesome,
was.
but it wasn't the culture of what we were in, and we would come back to
Yep.
this toxic culture that
I'm so glad you
was-
said that, dude. That's exactly how it felt.
That's exactly
That's
what it was.
exactly how it
Dude,
And
felt.
there's
this
so
is-
many things that happened that I didn't know about. My
Right.
parents tell me today things that happened, and I'm like, wait, what?
Dude, people in that church hated Winterfest.
This is what crushed me.
People there would be like, "Oh, you're going to that."
This is what crushed me.
They're just-
Is we'd
Oh,
go to
yeah.
Winterfest and the theme would be like breaking the chains, and I'd feel like I went there and I broke the chains of religion, and then we had to go right back to
Put the
like
shackles.
we come
Put 'em right back on.
We come back home and it's like, why are we still doing the same thing we were doing before we left? Like I thought this was the whole purpose of us getting out of here to go to this revival so we can change and be better and do things differently. And I was like, I didn't feel like we did that. I didn't feel like we did that at all. I felt like
Those-
we went right back into the same thing we were doing before.
It's because those people needed to go and get checked. Not, I mean, themselves.
Yeah.
That's why you have so many these days, these mega churches, that it's all based on entertainment. It's all based on,
Alex, you're not leaving, are you? Oh, Adam just texted. He said he's about to finish at the other party. I'll tell him he missed you.
but anyways, yeah,
Yeah,
I would say, Sean, maybe if you are feeling that, maybe check one of these local churches out around.
I've been
here.
trying
There's
to get
some-
everybody
there's
to
some
come back to
nice-
my church.
there's
We
some
need
nice-
some young. Do we need some young people in my church? I'm not joking. We
Have you
need
tried
people.
Bethel? There's a Bethel church right in this area and right in Brunswick. It's kind of
I
a
haven't.
mega church. It's a family church. It's really nice. They have awesome music. I would go there.
My church has awesome music.
I think I'm just done with organized religion altogether.
Come to my church. We
I
need
and,
people.
you know, to say it out loud and admit it is hard, but I think I'm kind of with Casey on that, and that's hard to
I still believe in God, you know.
Yeah.
But like that's all
And-
we've been called
we,
to do, though. Is
we
to
were always
assemble
told
together.
that that's all that matters, right?
Listen, you're not going to heaven because you were at church every Sunday,
Right.
Exactly.
But at the same time, like we have been called to assemble together and bear each other's burdens and be
in
a testimony
community.
to one another. And that doesn't mean you have to be there every single Sunday, but at the same time, like it's good to be a part of a community of people and be a part of a community, and be a part of the body of Christ. I'll tell you right now, I don't feel the way that everybody else in my church feels, but I respect them and love them, and I'm happy that I'm there with them to worship with them. I'm happy that I get the opportunity to lead them in worship, and I feel like I have the freedom to worship in my own way. I never felt that way at Pearlbrook. I felt like I had to fight and work my way in order to get what I wanted, and I guess you kind of appreciate it more. But at the same time, like I look back at my tenure there and how easily it was taken away and given to somebody else who did not deserve it. Like my position as a lead guitar player was given to Billy.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
who's this guy? Like this guy does not belong up here. Like I have sacrificed and given so much to be up here to have this spot, and it's like, nah.
Hey, so I want to say, Ryan, thanks for coming.
Dude, thank
I'm
you.
not
Thanks
by
for having
any
me.
means. I'm not telling you guys to quit.
Oh, dude, you've been
all
going.
I'm saying is, I'm a host. I got a host.
Sure,
So
you've been on
I'm
for
just
an
gonna-
hour over.
Has it been
over
an hour? I would, dude. I could do this for 4 hours.
You had you
I
had
love-
friends come and leave,
Yeah,
and you didn't.
I know. I feel horrible.
Sorry.
It's hard being the host, because I want to make sure that I talk to people.
Sure.
and,
No, dude.
The people who left, I mean, they're just my neighbors. I don't really care about them.
No, this is good. This was good stuff. I'm glad
I
we
see
got
him
to
all the
do.
time.
Again, you're welcome. I gave him the official.
Yeah, I like to
I
have
gotta
Sean on one of our Friday night
I
events.
know, I just
because
gotta-
I feel like it'd be a little bit
I don't
more,
know when it's going to be, so it needs to be planned. Because I mean, I got kids.
It's one of the weekends I don't have the kids.
Well, see, I have the kids every weekend. I don't. I don't
I
get
mean,
to
listen,
switch
we've been doing
weekends.
Saturdays. I mean, we'll accommodate. So
We do
whatever,
Saturday.
if Saturday's better for you.
If honestly, if anything,
What day of the week works best for you?
Friday
It's
or
different every
it doesn't. It Casey works.
Depends on my work schedule.
But you know what? To
Okay.
be honest with you, even if Casey does work, I'll just bring the kids. They're old enough.
You can
I don't
bring the
care.
kids. They can stay
I'll bring
upstairs and
them.
play on this PlayStation 2 or
They'll
3.
do nothing, or they can stay home, or they can go to my mom's. I don't really care. I just need to know ahead of time so I
Yeah.
can plan for
Yeah.
it. That's all. That's
Yeah.
all.
Drop
But
them
hey,
off at Nicole's house. I'm
Yeah,
sure
well-
Faith would love for the girls to come over and play and make a mess in her room.
That's also an option. All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna head off, but you guys keep going.
man.
Ryan,
Thanks
thanks
again.
again.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you guys.
Alright.
I'm gonna jump back over there to my seat.
All right.
Yeah.
Sweet. And thanks, Casey, for jumping on for a couple minutes and joining us. You're welcome to continue being on with us.
What are we talking about next?
I don't know. We've talked about almost everything. I had some topics here. They're not showing up on my computer. That's weird. Let's see. Let me talk about. Let's see. Let's see. Did you guys hear about that?
Oh.
You guys hear anything about that? Well, he doesn't have his headphones on.
Wait, these are. Sean, can we get your headphones?
Sorry, you don't want to wear my sweaty headphones?
No, you don't want to wear mine, do you?
Well, hey, listen, I'm gonna wrap this up probably in the next half
me too.
hour.
I'm gonna wrap it up with you.
So you and I, something
I'm
we
missing
got.
my cord. Can you give me that cord that's the headphones that I had over there?
The cord?
Yep. Just unplug that cord. Casey, just unplug that cord from the back. You want to? I don't have a pair of headphones for you, though. You can. You can wear my headphones. He's getting ready to wrap up.
Yeah, we got like a half hour, so if he wants to come on, you better do it now.
Bro, listen, if you want to come on, come on.
Yeah, we're doing it now.
What? He's got like 30 minutes till he's wrapping up, so come on. Go over there.
I'm trying to see if we're still live on YouTube.
Go around.
Live?
Oh, this is live. This is live on YouTube. This whole thing. We had to do it live because this was a LAN party.
Just do it live.
Do it live. Effing thing sucks. It may or may not be live. I don't know. Guess I can look on my phone.
Whoa, this is much louder than the other headset. Hang
I
on.
bet it is.
I have
My ears are killing me, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Because you
could
had me
it down a
turn
little
everything
bit.
up because you
could
couldn't
turn
hear
it down a little bit.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, my ears are killing me. You probably can't hear anything now, huh?
No, actually, it sounds the
Is
same.
it fine? Okay. Oh, it's because you're plugged in the back. There's like two different. Yeah. I got you.
I could hear Casey now. Wait, I'm missing a cable.
I don't know. I've slowly been packing things up. I hope I didn't take it.
I've noticed.
What are you looking for? Are we live?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you this cable.
We are live still.
Yeah, yeah.
Sweet.
No, well here's a YouTube feed right here, bud.
Is that it?
That's
okay.
what this is.
Making sure. Aw. And the baby wants to come on. Get the baby.
Okay, so give the Ryan. Give these to Austin, and then Casey, where you unplugged that other cord,
Yeah.
plug this one in.
Oh, is it the cord that was bad? Is that what you think it is?
No, this cord goes to my headphones. I don't know.
You're gonna
why.
need one of these.
It should still be back there.
Oh, is that thing still in there?
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
she unplugged that. I think
All
she
right,
just
sweet.
unplugged the headphones.
I can't remember which one it came from.
All right,
I think
so
it's
Oh,
like
it's right here.
Yeah. Okay, so to wrap this up.
so first of all, Tim, before I even
Yeah, go ahead.
go any further, you and I hope you have this in your calendar. That this Wednesday, you and I are going to be on the Not Weird, Just Homeschool
Oh, that's
podcast. We were both asked to be on this show. I hope
24th.
I hope that you're good for it.
I don't have my work phone on me. I know I had a crap ton of stuff going on the 24th. Oh, I have some stuff due. This is my buddy Richie.
Yeah.
Lifelong friend Richie. Dick. Just say hi.
Hello.
He said hello.
So yeah, anyways, we're gonna be on that
what time
show.
is that going on?
That's going on at. I'll have to look it up. Hold on.
6, 7.
It's in the evening. I know.
Wednesdays are best for me because I don't have the kids, so that works.
Let me see.
I'm staring
Let me
Kelly
find
down
out.
right now. She's eating goldfish.
Let's see.
How's Ben doing?
We landed at. We are going to be there.
I'm ready to play some games. I'm ready to play some CS:GO, some CS2. You still playing Rocket League, Pat? You just started?
We actually never landed on a time. So anytime after 5:30.
So I'm sorry, I took my headphones. You said 5:30?
Anytime after 5:30.
So I'm gonna put 5:30 or later.
Okay.
5:30 to 9, so whatever. 5:30 to 9:30.
So
I'm just gonna put podcast.
yeah, it's gonna be at his studio, which is awesome. He's gonna promote our show.
Bro, you're gonna hate me. What's his name again? Jeff.
And
Gosh dang it.
Jeremy.
Jeremy. I knew it was a J. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jeremy. Love you, bud.
yeah,
It's
so
Jeremy with a G though, right?
yeah, it's GHERAMY.
GHER.
It's a very unique spelling of the name Jeremy.
Jeremy, we're gonna talk about this on your show. Why did your parents name you with a G? That's like Jeff with a G. GEOFF. Geoff.
I know he's.
Your
Oh yeah,
name's
Jeff.
Your name is not Jeff.
Geoff.
It's Goff.
It's
bro.
not Geoff, bro.
It's Geoff. It's
Your
not
name
Jeff,
is,
bro.
Your name is Golf.
Huh? Yeah, Jeff
Oh,
with
yeah,
the giraffe.
Jeff
Okay,
from-
that's the only time it's acceptable.
Yep.
That's the only time it's acceptable. All right, I'm adding it. Podcast with Jeremy.
Yeah, so that'll
Jeremy.
that'd be a good one.
So okay, I got that in my thing.
So we got that out of the way. Got this fellow over here. We haven't met. What's your name?
I'm Austin.
Ryan, nice to meet you, man.
I'll
I'm
try
Tim's
to-
cousin.
Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome, Austin.
Awesome.
It used to be
Awesome.
my Xbox username growing up.
I love
ABC
that.
Awesome, and I spelled awesome wrong.
He did. It was AEWSUMMM. Oh, you forgot the E?
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember trying to tell you my username. I was like, it's just ABC
Dude,
Awesome. You
I
kept
wrote
trying
it in
to
my
add
phone.
me.
I probably have it. Hang on, I probably still got it wrote down because I was like, dude, you keep asking me for your password. Like, why do I have your password for, dude?
Used to keep track of everything.
I still
on the
do.
computer.
Have to. I'm not joking. I think I still have your. Let me see, real quick. Xbox. Yeah. I have Austin C. That's all I got. I don't have the awesome Austin in whatever. Yeah. So this is my. This is my. He's not the second oldest. No, my brother's second oldest. But no, dude, I remember this kid. So I don't want to like go way back, but like I remember I was 18 for my 18th birthday. Your mom and dad. I probably told you this story, but I'm gonna tell it again because it's for the record. My 18th birthday. Your mom and dad came over, and I remember I answered the door, and your dad walked in the door, and he handed me a card, and there was this big, like, birthday bag, and I was like. Oh, he's like, no, this isn't for you. I'm like, what do you mean this isn't for me? It's my birthday. He's like, no, this is for Nana. I was like, it's not Nana's birthday. He handed me a card, and it was like, it was like a movie movie gift card or something, and like for like dinner and a movie. I was like, okay. And then Nana starts opening up the box, and it was a picture frame with ultrasound of you. And it was like, that was how they announced to Nana. It was like, see you in 6 months, Nana, or whatever. And it was like you, like it was like an 3D ultrasound of Austin. I was like, all right, happy birthday. So for my 18th birthday, your mom and dad announced you. But like, dude, I remember babysitting this kid, and like he was obsessed with the Backyardigans. Oh my God. Loved it. Loved that show.
How could you not love it?
Backyardigans, the Wonder Pets, like these are like cartoons that like nobody even knows unless you had kids at his generation.
Backyardigans, Dora. I hated Dora. Dora was like my biggest.
Dora.
Because my sister loved her, and she had like her whole room doored out and everything. And I just had to live right next to it.
But she had the Dora haircut one time.
Yeah, she still kind of does.
We got pictures. I'm sure she hates it. I'm sure she'd be embarrassed if she was here to talk about it.
Whenever I babysat Brennan, Dora was not allowed in our house.
Dora the Explorer.
Really?
Who was that comedian that was making fun of his like? That
Dora
doesn't even
the
rhyme
Explorer?
unless you're in the Kennedy house. Dora the Explorer.
Jim Gaffigan.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
Was it? I should have known that.
Dora
I'm
the
embarrassed. I'm embarrassed because I'm a huge Jim Gaffigan fan. I don't know why I didn't know that.
Oh, he's great.
Huge Jim Gaffigan fan. So listen, for like the last few minutes here, I just wanted to make it kind of interesting for Austin because I know he probably didn't have anything to talk about except for the embarrassing moment of his existence. But
Nah, there's been a few more.
Where he upstaged you on your 13th birthday.
So Austin, I'm going to ask you. This is you're a freshman. So just tell us a little bit about yourself. You're going to school where?
Well, I'm Austin.
That's nice.
I am.
We're
a
getting
freshman
somewhere.
at Kent State University.
Can't read, can't write. Kent State.
Yeah,
Sorry. Go
Can't
ahead.
read, can't read. Can't say this phrase
It's a
right.
bad joke. I've been telling that joke for too long. It's actually Kent State's pretty good.
The second I told you I wanted to go to Kent, that was the first thing you said to
Dude,
me.
because that's
was
the
Kent
joke I
read,
know.
can't
That's
write,
all I
Kent
know,
State.
man. I was like, that's just the way it is. You heard that? Kent State. Can't read, can't write, Kent State. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Tri-C.
What are you going to school for?
Try high. It's try high school.
Marketing. I'm a marketing major.
13th
I want to go
grade.
into corporate sales. So
I graduated from 13th grade. So you said corporate sales?
I do want to go into corporate sales.
Is that your first choice?
That sounds
Yeah.
insanely boring.
Yeah, it might be.
Well-
I mean, selling, getting to talk to people sounds like something I'd like to do.
Oh, well, here's your door, man. We're
man.
putting you on a podcast. You can kind of
There you
open up.
go.
There you
and-
go.
Sell myself.
Actually, I've had a lot of really interesting conversations with Austin over the years. He's actually really good at starting debates. Like he's got some of the traits that I do the same thing. Like we'll just pick a fight just to pick a fight, just to talk. So like you take the side of the argument that nobody else is going to take just so you can sit there and have a conversation and see what the other person will say. I do it all the time.
That's you your whole life.
What's that? It's Rover's Morning Glory in a effing nutshell, so says Rich. So, Austin, considering that, would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able... Who wrote this? Or be able to talk to animals?
Well, first off, whoever wrote the question must have picked the animals talk. They're not
it
really.
probably wrote in Chinese, then
fluent
it
in
got
English.
translated.
Every language in the world, what would be the point of talking to animals? What am I going to talk to a shark about? What's it like, bro?
Bro, have you watched The Boys? What do you mean?
Well, yeah,
You know
I've watched the
Deep?
boys.
The Deep talks to all of them, bro.
And what does the deep do to those
You know-
animals, bro?
Oh,
I'm not interested
you
in
had
that.
to go
I'm
there.
not
I
interested
knew
in
you were
that.
going to go there with that. You had to go there.
You went to the deep.
You watched The Boys?
I think I know what he's talking about. I haven't seen that one.
Oh, jeez.
Been sitting in my
Oh,
watch
yeah,
list
we
forever.
Yep.
I'm
Years.
watching it right now.
What?
You are. What do
I
you
gotta
want?
start it. I gotta watch it.
Sean, what season of The Boys am I on now?
They do, but I don't have another chord for it.
The Boys is awesome. I love The Boys.
Actually,
Have you ever seen
I might.
Invincible?
Actually.
No, it's not animated.
Yeah.
See, I'm not in anything animated.
That's what everybody says when I try to recommend it. It's the best show I've
probably
ever
great.
seen.
It's probably great. I believe you. It's probably great. Not picking the shows.
Tell him.
I like movies.
I agree. Well, I have like a whole list of every movie I've ever watched, and I rate it.
Oh, we don't care about that.
Every
We don't
movie
want-
you've
we don't
ever
want to-
watched?
Well,
Oh my god, I couldn't
I
even
started.
remember every movie.
I started
watched.
it last year, and
Wait, how old were you?
well, this is last year. I was 18 at the time.
Okay,
Where did
that's
I put
fine.
it. It's at the top of my list.
No offense.
This is every from 2023.
man.
Everything I was seeing.
Okay.
So wait. I'm sorry, I got distracted because other people were talking to me. So, you would rather speak every language in the world than to talk to animals?
Yeah, I feel like speaking every language in the world could get me a lot
Do-
farther in life than talking to animals.
Do you not feel like talking to animals would have their own language? I kind of feel like if you knew every language in the world, you would already know how to talk to
Well,
animals.
what
I talk to my dogs. They know. I know what they're saying.
What would like? I feel like it would be impossible to convince people that could talk to animals too. Like if I went up to
Yeah.
a lion and was like, "Yo, what's up, bro?"
What would that
and
be,
the
though?
lion
Like,
like roared back,
we
you think
already
people would be
have
like,
the
"Dude, it's just a
technology
lion."
For translators, you know, you can
I guess
use a
that's a good
translator
point.
to talk to anyone in the world, but
That's
nobody
true.
can talk to animals.
But I don't know if that
That is
advanced.
true.
That's the answer. Okay.
That is a good
Moving
answer.
on.
right
That's a
there.
great answer. I like that answer. Would you? Okay. So would you rather have the ability to be invisible or to read people's minds?
Oh, that's a tough one.
These questions are for Austin, by the way, because he's a freshman at Kent, getting ready to finish his first year next month. I want to know what the next generation
He's
of
using his brain.
entrepreneurs are going to be bringing in the world.
As
I want
a
to know how he's
freshman-
thinking.
As a freshman at Kent, as you said, I
Listen,
would take.
it has no bearing on this. It's just I'm just
I know,
I'm,
I know,
I'm, I'm profiling you for your.
I think I know what he's gonna say.
I'm taking reading minds every day of the week over invisibility.
You think so?
Yeah, easily. Invisibility's like chill, but like reading minds is something like I could tell like what are you thinking exactly right now.
Like, can you turn it off though?
Yeah, that's
Like,
a good point.
So here's the thing. Like, we're here at this podcast. I mean, I'm having a hard time hearing everybody else except for us that are talking because I have headphones. But like, if I was in the room, you're hearing everybody talk. Imagine if you could read their minds. You're hearing all their thoughts, dude.
I think you'd be able to.
I mean, at some
control
point,
that.
how can you like?
Did you watch The Magicians?
No, I can't say I have.
Oh, that's a good show.
What's that on? Is that on Plex? Did your hubby put it on Plex for us?
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
The Magicians.
Yeah, but there's a guy who's a traveler and he can hear everyone's thoughts and he has to learn how to block them out so it doesn't drive him crazy.
I mean, like, I feel like our brains do it already. Like, we already ignore like sounds and like different things because it's just like it's background noise. Like, our brains are already conditioned to like ignore like other sounds, but I don't know. I
Unless you
think,
have ADHD like us.
yeah, oh god, you can't ignore anything. Squirrel, there it is.
It's like Professor X in the X-Men. Like he started to hear all the voices. He just like collapsed to the
Right.
ground and
Yes.
couldn't control it.
That's true.
But then, like, wouldn't you rather? I don't know. I think I would. I think being invisible would be able to give me more intel.
Being invisible would
but
be
I
cool.
think
I would
it's
just
more
like
work. I think reading people's minds would be less work.
I would if I had the ability to be invisible, I would just be like a prankster. Like I'd just like show up to your house and convince you it's haunted, chase you around in like a cloth, have you pull
That
like,
sounds
the
like
cloth
Austin.
and nothing's
That's,
there.
that sounds like Austin.
You know, the crazy stuff that people have said out loud, I do not want to know what
That's a
people
good point, too.
say
That's a
to
great
themselves.
point.
I don't really know if I want to know
Oh.
people's
That
stuff.
would
I've
be
kind of changed my
terrifying.
mind on this question. I think it'd be funnier to be invisible.
I do not want to read your mind. I know you can't hear what we're talking about, but
well, we're
I
already.
mean, what if
Would
you're just
you rather
walking
be
down the
invisible?
street
What is the?
and somebody's thinking about killing somebody?
Yeah,
What do
Have you
do?
heard of?
Yeah.
Have you heard of
That's a great
Neuralink? The thing
and I said, babe, I
Elon Musk has been talking about, or telepathy, or is that what it is? Where you just mind reading, just basically just communicating without speaking. And he's already
He's actually doing
He's
it?
talked about it on Rogan a bunch of times.
always just seen you.
So that again,
Sure, I
going
hope-
back
hope
to
so.
technology, yeah, that's happening. So maybe
Okay, then.
invisibility. I don't think. Actually, there was a guy I saw a video. This dude had successfully made a shield that he can put in front of himself, and he looks invisible. Like you see.
Does it like emulate the background?
It's
behind
yes, and it basically it's clear. It looks distorted, and have you seen this?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same thing, but I saw for like hunting, people have like those
Right.
hunting like tents, and it's just like you're invisible and pop out
Right.
and
This
pop.
thing is like a shield. He pulls it up in front of himself. He's gone, but you can tell it's something there. But if you're far away, you wouldn't even see it.
Yeah.
That is creepy. So I guess both are possible. Anything's possible. Let's see. Tim's got more questions, or what's up?
I was just saying bye to my dude real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Sorry.
I do have a really good one.
I saw a squirrel.
I keep forgetting there's other people here.
Would you rather have 100 duck-sized elephants or one elephant-sized duck?
Wait,
Go
can
ahead.
you
Oh, yeah,
repeat
this
Talk
is
that?
a
about
real
that for
good
minute
one.
while I tell my dude bye. Would you rather have 100 duck-sized elephants or one elephant-sized duck?
Easily one elephant-sized duck. If I had 100 ducks, I would get annoyed. If I had 100 elephant-sized ducks, I'd be like
don't want
really,
100
really
of
annoyed.
anything.
Like one big giant duck would be like funny though. Like you could bring people over, like you're not gonna believe this, and it's just like a giant duck. Like that's a perfect conversation starter.
Yeah, one is manageable. 100, I don't think.
Can I
Yeah, I
just
feel
pick
like
one of the
the one-
miniature elephants. Is that a choice?
I feel like an elephant-sized duck though would be awesome. Like just like a little dog-sized elephant.
That's true. You could give 99 of them to your friends. You know, you just pass them out. You'd actually be rich because you would have something that doesn't exist. So
Sell them on eBay.
yeah, that's a moneymaker. I think I'd go with the 100.
I
like
think I'd
that.
go with the one big.
The one big one's
duck.
good,
That'd
too.
be funny.
That's good. Got to take care of it though. Don't let it die. What do you feed a elephant-sized duck? Would you even feed it? You'd have to just imagine the
A
crap
lot
that
of
would
bread.
come out of that
A
thing.
lot of bread. I feel.
You know, ducks just poop constantly.
God.
Just like a ton of bread. I don't even know what you. How would you deal with it if it started acting up? If like it tried to fly away or something?
Oh, that'd be insane. That'd be insane.
That was a crazy question. Though.
That is a
Bring it in,
crazy.
that's
I want to know where you got these questions from. I have no questions, unfortunately.
Back to our conversation, we were talking about movies. What is
Yes.
your favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
Yeah,
Dude.
So I feel like everybody's got the best movie they've ever seen and then their favorite movie.
I'm telling you, man, at my age, it's hard. The older you get, the more movies you see, the harder that question becomes. Because yeah, because it's hard, right?
I will say that in general, all of the Tom Hanks movies are probably in my top.
Yeah,
Hanks is a good pick.
yeah,
Whatever. They're
yeah.
good
It's
he's
so
my
hard to
favorite.
pick one. A movie that I can pick a favorite movie out of every genre of movies,
That's a good, yeah.
but I don't know if I can top a movie over every genre that I enjoy.
Yeah, it's
I
hard
think-
to narrow it down.
the best movie like I've ever seen is like Interstellar. It's not. I feel like that's like a super basic answer. It's not my favorite, but I
It's a
think it's
good
like
movie.
the best.
Interstellar. Is that the one with Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, McConaughey.
Okay,
He
that's a
goes
good one. That's
off to
one.
space,
That's
loses
actually
time.
coming back to theaters, and they're gonna put it in the IMAX.
Yeah,
or
they're bringing all the
something.
Nolan films back.
They're gonna re-release. That's a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think La La Land is my favorite movie. I love that movie so much.
I just watched it for the first time like the other day, and I watched 2 Ryan Gosling movies a
I
couple
love
months
Ryan
ago.
Gosling.
I watched Barbie,
What?
Really.
I thought it was.
and then I watched
hilarious.
La La Land, and I was like, yes,
I
this is a
love-
great movie.
I like both of them. And then I went
Dude.
I saw Barbie with my one friend, and we're walking out, and like I thought she would like it more because it was like a Barbie
girl
movie. I was
movie.
like, "What'd you think of it?" She's like, "Oh, I hated it," and I was like, "I loved it." She's like, "Why'd you like it?" I was like, "Ken was awesome." She's like, "You liked it for like the completely wrong reasons."
Yeah, I heard a lot of women hated that movie because of him, because of like how like.
Stupid they made him.
Yeah, and well, I mean, it was obviously for a reason. There was a lot of feminist undertones in it. Obviously,
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, not just undertones. That was the whole
Yeah, it was kind of
Right.
in your
theme
face.
of the movie.
Yeah, I think that's probably why I did not care for it. And yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But I did like La La Land. That was brilliant. I'm a musician, so I think that's why I really, really resonated with it more than Barbie. You know,
I didn't
to
waste
each
my
his own.
time or money watching Barbie.
Talking about Barbie, man. Come on, man.
He cracked a
This
little
dude
grin
liked
here,
this
so I
movie,
assume this
man.
question's gonna be a good
Oh,
one.
this is a good one. This is a good one. So there's actually a couple good ones here, but I kind of know the answers to. But I'd like this one. Would you rather a ding, bing, every time you wink, or a pow pow sound every time you make finger gun?
Or a ding every time I wink.
Really?
Can you imagine going
No
up to a girl
way,
in the
dude.
bar and you like wink and like there's an actual ding out loud? That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be.
You know, I don't.
I could make the pow pow.
Neither
I don't know.
of
They
those
might,
are
listen.
useful.
Well, so in my scenario, if I did that, they'd probably think I was Santa Claus.
That is a
if
good
I
point.
walked up to him like every
Twinkle
time
in
you
your
wink.
eye.
Yeah, but that would be a cool thing to note as
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're
like
Santa
the old
Claus.
movies when Santa would
Ooh, who's
That'd be
this
like-
guy? Who's this guy that dings every time he winks?
And the other one, you could get shot because they think you're.
The
The other one's involving a firearm.
It's finger guns, dude. Well, actually, you can't make finger guns in school anymore because you will get in trouble.
Yeah.
But it's gotta be cartoon, like. Pow, 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 pow. It's not like a laser, like.
I feel like
pew,
it's-
pew 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 pew.
This is
Like Star
unrelated,
Wars?
but I got a badge holder for work.
For your
that
finger
has-
guns, you got a bad.
No. It's a barcode scanner and it says pew pew.
Pew, pew. Oh, it's a pew 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 pew.
That's funny.
Oh,
I didn't want to say anything.
oh, you just want to be close. To me. Okay.
Ow.
Okay. So then,
I'd rather have a really big duck.
whoa,
Whoa.
I
Oh.
said duck.
whoa. She said she'd rather have a really big duck.
I thought you said
I
dump.
took that same option.
Well, that too. Those are the best. Those are the best. Just kind of scrolling. Ooh, which one?
This one, 19.
Would you rather be followed by a band wherever you go, or by someone narrating your life? Ooh,
I'll go
that
first,
What
I'll
kind
that
of
is-
band?
I want someone to narrate my life, and I want it to be Morgan Freeman. No, Samuel L. Jackson.
no,
It depends on the band. I
I
mean, is it a
actually missed the
mariachi
question.
band?
Sorry.
not a mariachi band. Oh, you know what? Okay, I will let you choose the band. I think that's fair. It's your life. Why not?
Wait.
You get to pick the band that you get to listen.
Can I pick a band?
I will hijack. I will remix this. You have to have a band follow you everywhere you go, but you could always change the band at any time. Like you could pick the music, but everybody's hearing it. It's like basically like listening to your AirPods, but everybody hears what you're saying.
I already have a narrator in my head, so I don't need another one of those.
Yeah, I don't.
It's like
Is
there's
the
something.
narrator out loud? Like, can everyone hear what he's saying?
It's like that movie, Stranger Than Fiction. Remember that movie with Will Ferrell, where he's walking in Harold Crick, and there's this lady who's writing a book, and he starts hearing her. It's a great movie. You got to see that movie. It's an older movie.
It sounds like a
think I've
Coheed and
seen
Cambria song.
It's a great movie.
But
He's like, what? Who is that? It's so good.
I just want to say, Casey, Kelly did not hear you, but she whispered in my ears, like, what if it's a mariachi band?
It reminds me of there's something about
No,
Mary.
that would be horrible.
Remember the band, and there's something about Mary that just follows them every scene, and they just show up and they just start playing like acoustic, and there's like a drummer.
Wasn't it the Beach Boys?
Oh no, it was just some random guy.
Was the
Well,
band of something?
speaking of like the band question, I had thought about doing that before, like for like my, like I pulled in high school. I would pull like the most outlandish pranks on my friends. Like I showed up in a hot dog costume and ruined his date. So I thought about like, because you see in like the shows like all the time, like, oh, the mariachi band shows up. So I was like, is it that easy to get like a mariachi band? No, like
you
it
got
was like
money.
$1,000 to
Not
try to
in
get a
Ohio.
mariachi band. I don't know if the prank's worth that much.
They're getting older and dying off.
I mean, go to
They are.
We gotta save
Texas,
the mariachi,
New
the live
Mexico,
mariachi
that's a different
bands.
story, but Ohio,
Dude,
they're
ooh.
pretty hard to find.
me and my family went out to eat like a couple years ago. I think it was for Mother's Day. We went to this nice place and they had like a jazz band, a live jazz band, and these dudes were like 100 years old. You could tell they've been playing their entire life. They were really good, but they were.
Was it Erie Blues Connection? I don't think
They're-
it was. I don't remember.
There
Dude,
was
their
a
bass-
jazz band when we went to Hyde Park the other night too.
Their bass player, the dude was like deaf because his amp was going like squealing and he couldn't tell.
Was it Erie Blues
But he was
Connection?
killing it. He knew exactly like what he was playing. He was good, but they were so old. The first thought I had was, well, these are the musicians that are left. Like,
Oh my God!
if
Speaking
we
of
don't,
old, my parents just went to a Frankie Valli concert. I didn't even know he was alive.
who is it?
Frankie Valli.
Frankie
I don't
Valli?
even know who that is.
Wow.
That's gotta be way before my time.
Wow. Yeah, that's what 70s maybe.
He's 89 years old.
89
Still
goodness.
performing.
And he can still sing like amazing.
amazing.
He does the
One of our songs is by Frankie
Walk
Valli.
Like a Man.
Walk.
He has really high.
You should be able to hear
voice.
Kelly now.
Oh, sorry.
I pulled the gate.
Yeah, we
Sherry.
could hear.
Yeah.
That one. I'm not singing the rest of it. It's not karaoke.
Ryan, I just want to say I'm watching the YouTube feed, and the only video that's up there is mine.
Oh no!
Oh, just-
Even though I'm looking over at that, and I'm looking
It's
at your
because
screen.
I hit something and it wasn't actually on there.
I'm looking at your screen, and I'm seeing. Yeah.
It wasn't
Okay,
actually
so
on
I'm
there.
not on video.
There's a little
No,
thing.
you're not.
No, you see this here? It's a little icon where you can kind of do edits, but you're not actually changing it to
Whoa,
that.
sick.
And that's what I had it on.
Oh, I got you.
So
I just want to. The equipment is sick. When I first sat down, I was just staring at it for a minute, like looking at it all.
All the pretty lights.
oh, thanks. Yeah, this thing is great, man. This thing is marked down to 700, I think, right now.
I have one more Would You Rather. I think it's a good one. Well,
boy.
I don't know. Kelly's looking through the list. She pointed one out. It was pretty good, but
I got time for like one or two more questions.
all right,
and
one
I
or
gotta
two
wrap
more.
this
One or
up.
two more Would You Rather's, then we're gonna wrap this up. It's been a long podcast, but
It has. It's been
it's
almost 4 hours.
but we've had like
Think anybody's
multiple
still
guests on.
listening,
So
watching?
well, so the oh, she said number 36. Yeah, so I mean, well, the thing is like a lot of times, especially with the live, we usually don't get people watching live, but according to the data that Ryan pulls, people do listen. So like once he posts and he like edits and cleans that up or whatever.
This is just live on YouTube.
Yeah, it's just live on YouTube.
We
So
get the majority of our plays on Spotify, Apple Music.
Yeah.
and that's usually Apple Music for some reason, and they're not even seeing it; they're just listening to it. So you're just listening to the audio of this.
That's how I listen to all my podcasts. I just go to Apple Music.
Man, I gotta watch something, man. I gotta see the video.
you know, I listen to all my podcasts when I'm recording them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming a lot of people listen to
You're
this
listening
car.
to it right now.
It took me a minute. I was like, wait a minute, how could he do that? But
Yeah,
I
well,
get
it's an ongoing thing. So like Ryan keeps telling me I need to listen to this one and that one, and like, and I
I
actually
never
like,
said you need to listen.
Well,
I just said it.
I said it.
It's an invested interest.
I said it, and it is. It really
And I'm
is.
surprised that you don't listen. I'm surprised that
who
you
you telling?
I would
Like,
be.
I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating when I say this. Like, I legitimately feel bad because there's a few episodes that I really do want to go back and listen to, and I just have never got around to doing it. Dude, you know, I did my taxes. I submitted the button 30 seconds after they were due.
Oh.
Like,
Here we go with
I didn't
taxes
get
again.
dinged. I didn't get dinged for it because the signature and everything was April 15th. But like, it literally, if I
So how do you know it was 30 minutes?
no
Was it
30
the next-
seconds, 30 seconds
into
because-
the new next day or something.
Yeah, because I
Oh
was
my
at my computer
God.
and I submitted
Oh,
it
Jesus.
at I went to go submit it at 11:59. I didn't purposely wait this long, but maybe I did. By the time I got to the click submit, hey, it's been submitted. It was already midnight, and I pulled up the clock, and it was 12 o'clock and 30 seconds. And I was like, okay, well, I signed it with
hurts,
11:15.
man. It hurts. It hurts. Hurts.
wait,
the
what
ear-
number?
hurts my ears.
So what's the next question?
Yeah.
So 21. I was gonna ask this one, but I don't know. Would you rather smell like garlic or a wet dog? Hands down, garlic all day. Because now I'm
smell like
Italian.
garlic
now I'm
already.
Italian. I eat good food, and I'm a chef. Whatever. Like, I have a good reason to smell like garlic. There's no good reason ever to smell like wet dog. Like, there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for wet dog.
Raining.
I don't think wet dog is a bad smell though.
No, wet dog is
When was
a
the last time you
terrible
smelled wet
smell.
dog, dude?
When my dog was alive.
When was the last time I
10
smelled like
years
wet
How long
dog?
ago.
like,
10
come
years.
over. I'll take my dogs out when it rains. You smell wet
It was
dog. It's
never that
gross.
bad. As long as it was
It's
like
gross.
clean wet dog
terrible.
is different from
No.
dirty wet dog.
Yeah, certain dogs smell a lot worse wet than others.
Yeah, my
Well,
dog
I need
was
to get
small.
some. I need to get
Actually
some good
isn't that
smelling
bad.
wet dogs.
He has
That's true. If
horrible
it's a-
breath.
Yeah, big dogs
But-
usually stink.
His fur, you know.
My little dog smells
doesn't
terrible
smell
when it's
that
wet.
bad.
Wait, what was? Oh, there was another one. It's another shorty. Would you rather have horns or a tail? I know it's a silly one.
Horns.
Yeah,
Horns.
Horns?
man. Have you seen that movie Horns
Would
with
the tail
Daniel
help with
Radcliffe?
balance?
Oh.
Where he's
the-
like,
I mean,
he's growing horns out of his head or something like that. I don't know. I never really watched the whole
Okay,
thing.
so
Oh, that was a good movie.
Pat
Yeah, it was a
chimed in
good
on this
movie,
one. He
wasn't
said Pat says he would take a tail or a horns because
would
if you
take
sit in a
the tail.
chair, if you have a tail, it's gonna hurt like an MF or so. Functionally,
Having a
yeah, that
tail
makes
would
sense.
be
But like, I
weird,
mean, if
though.
you had a tail, you're gonna learn how to sit with it.
they're useful. They help you balance.
And a big guy like me, I need all the balance I can get.
I feel like people
Like,
think
I have no butt. Like, I have no ass whatsoever. Like, I really
Yeah,
don't. Like,
yeah,
like, look. I'm gonna take my hat off.
Oh.
Here's my ass. Here's where my ass crack starts, right between my eyes, and it goes all the way down where the Lord split me. And yeah,
we know.
it's.
Don't be
yeah.
undressing in front of the
I am
cameras
not
this
undressed. I
time.
took my hat off. That's all it was.
Not last time.
Last time.
you got on dressed
You
on
were-
a podcast before.
we weren't on camera back then.
He forgot that we have security cameras. in
That
the
was
garage.
right.
Boy, what
I
is his
just-
story? What is his story?
I changed my clothes in the garage.
He was changing his.
It was all guys out here though.
shorts.
It was just guys. It was like lock. It was
And
like
he
it
was
became a
about
locker
to
room.
go in the house to go to the. And they said, "Where are you going?" Because they were playing a game.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
I'm gonna
he's
change.
like, "I'm
my
gonna go
clothes.
change into shorts."
gonna-
and
No, I was putting my sweatpants on.
yeah, whatever.
I had shorts on and putting sweatpants on.
And they're all like, "Dude, you don't need to go in the bathroom to change your pants. Just change out here." And he was like, "Oh, okay, if you say so."
Oh,
Two
man.
seconds
Yeah.
later, Sean's like, "Oh my god,
That's
So
great.
you're not wearing any underwear."
and I don't. So listen, when I wear like my summer shorts, it I'm sorry, like it's too much. It's too much going on. There's too much fabric, and it just gets too hot, and I can't handle it. Like I got jeans on right now. Like I'm putting some underwear on. I'm not wearing jeans with nothing on underneath it. Everybody's rolling their eyes right now.
I'm never
There's
playing
nobody-
football with you.
Huh?
I'm never playing football with you. You've been commando this whole time.
Yeah, but dude, I wear a belt. I'm tied up. Like I'm not gonna let my pants fall down.
So,
What do you mean?
All the
Commando.
guys
What does
were
that-
still
what does
in
that
the
mean?
garage.
That means you don't wear underwear.
It sounds.
I do wear underwear.
You never heard that term before?
No, I know, but
commando?
I'm like saying like I was like what like you're playing
What does
football
that
like
mean?
dude like you think that they got underwear underneath those
They have pants and
yeah.
leggings on.
No, they don't.
They wear jock straps.
I played
No.
football. I wore underwear.
You wear a cup?
No.
Nope, nobody does. Nobody wears a cup. And
Nobody
I
wears a
was
cup
like,
no more.
I was shocked when I heard that. I was
Really?
shocked.
I only wear a
dude,
cup
I
when
gave
I'm
this
fighting.
big long speech to Timmy. I was like, dude, you got to wear a cup, bro. I was like, because something happens to you on the field. I was like, then that's a lawsuit, man. It's like, 'cause you just ruined your future. He's like, no, dude, you need to wear a cup. He's like, the pros don't wear cups. I'm like, yes, they do. I was like, no, they don't. And somebody looked, I think he either looked it up or somebody did. He's like, dude, those pros don't wear cups.
No,
He's like, just
they
watch
don't.
any slow-mo of
I
football.
remember seeing
Yep.
a certain.
Just watch Deshaun Watson throw football
was-
on Sunday morning.
That's a crazy player to compare for this conversation.
Yeah, I don't want to derail
some
this.
team got new uniforms and they were see-through. Oh wait, no, that was baseball.
I was gonna say that was
baseball.
Fanatics.
Oh yeah,
Fanatics
that
had the
was
same thing.
baseball. Oh my
Pants were
god.
splitting. Dudes is like.
Yeah, that was a
Back
sight to
goes up.
behold.
Yeah, that was Fanatics
Listen,
in baseball.
if I had an accident, like not mess myself, but like if I ripped my pants or something, or if my pants fell down, like listen, nobody else is gonna be embarrassed or have to live with that but me. So like I wouldn't worry about it, guys. I would just let that go. That's nothing on you guys. It's all me.
It would scar me though if we were
Why?
outside running around and
You ain't gonna
next
see
thing you know,
nothing. My
you're-
belly's gonna cover it up. You ain't gonna see nothing. Kelly wants to know
Just
funnier.
next time,
Kelly wants
check
to know.
for cameras.
Yeah, that's my bad. But I did. You guys didn't see nothing. So Kelly wants to know: do we want a funny one or a serious one for our last one? Would you rather?
Ooh, give me a serious
Funny or
one.
serious? This is our last one.
Serious.
Serious. Unanimous. Well, Casey didn't vote, but 2 out of.
I don't care.
I don't care either. So yeah, serious. I thought you had one queued up. Oh, she gave me the finger. She said 1 second.
Oh boy,
1 second. 1 minute. Shh.
what's going on with the Maple Leafs?
Oh, right. She lost it. Here we go.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, I will say this.
Okay, I found it.
Oh wow.
15. Okay, so before I say 15, Ryan, before we go, I just want to say thank you very much for taking the time out to pack all this stuff up, bring it out.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's my pleasure, man.
So, all of us here, we all pack up our computers and our laptops and whatever. And our
it's the same
monitors.
thing.
It's
in
the
all
same
honesty,
thing.
that's how I look at it.
Some of us here don't understand the value and the entertainment of podcast, aka my brother. But everybody
sure
who's
he
been on the
understands
show,
entertainment
they've all
of
enjoyed
anything.
it.
Yeah, this
someday
was great.
I'd like to have him on. He says no, but I'm telling you, I know he'd enjoy it very much. He always gives me crap that he's so loud because he's always had to talk over me his entire life. But there's probably a lot of truth to that.
So spirit.
What number did you say? 15?
Spirit oh spirit says Austin's mic isn't working.
Oh,
Spirit oh spirit says can't hear anyone but Ryan and Tim. Well, sorry. Yeah, we're having some issues, so I'm gonna have to repost this episode, and you guys will hear everyone. So,
Someone's actually watching.
yeah. I'm just happy that you're watching. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you for
Appreciate
watching.
it. That is a win in my book.
We're having a lot of fun. So I have
yeah, this
one
was
more.
great. Thank you guys.
I have one last
Casey,
one.
Austin. Last
question.
And
last
this is a
question from
serious
Tim.
one. She found it. Would you rather always be stressed or sad? Austin, I'll let you go first.
whoa, bro, that's like really deep.
It is. Oh, you guys being serious.
So easy.
Would you rather be? Would you rather always be stressed or always be sad?
Easy.
I feel like I could deal with stress a lot better. Like I have an essay that's late already, and that's pretty stressful. But I'm dealing with it, so I'm gonna take always stressed. I feel like that's a lot more manageable than being sad. Being sad kind of sucks.
Casey,
Oh, wow.
you want to come back to you?
Well, I would say I probably both all the time already. So
Oh boy.
Right.
I.
So does
would-
most of America.
Yeah, I mean, Prozac can only do so much.
Right. Right.
I think stress is probably a little easier to deal with.
I will say this.
I don't know though. It's really tough to decide between the two.
I will say this. I think stress is even in the most stressful situations. I feel like we grow the most. I mean, it's just like I always think back of this analogy that I heard one time about stress, like farming. So like when you plant seed, like the seed actually has to die in order to germinate. So like there's a lot of stress that plants have to go through in order to like come to fruition, and stress usually helps make it grow stronger. And I feel like a lot of times in life that's the same situation. Dealing with sadness and depression can also be very stressful as well. I've had my own bouts of sadness and depression, and I feel like that is immobilizing. It is like it just totally takes all motivation and all like ability to do anything or function or even deal with stress, because you're so cut down with the sadness, and like the sadness kind of makes it almost impossible to deal with the stress. So yeah, if I had to choose one, I would say I would absolutely rather deal with stress than sadness all the time.
Yeah, I think I'd be a lot better at dealing with stress if I didn't have depression.
Yeah, 110%. Snaps for that. Snaps for that. I can totally snap along with that.
This is a big jump
thinking?
up.
When it's a stressful situation, it's usually temporary.
Right.
And joy comes in the morning.
But the would you rather is, would you rather always be stressed or sad?
I feel like they all go hand in hand, though. You get sad that you're always so stressed, and you get stressed out that you're always so sad.
But if you're always sad and never having any joyful moments ever, that's dangerous.
Yeah,
that is dangerous.
So at least with stress, you can have moments of joy.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
if you're always, you could be stressed and also be having a good time. There's been times I'm stressed and I'm like,
ever been on vacation? Vacation is so stressful, but like you're having fun though. You're having fun. You're stressed out having fun. You need a vacation from your vacation when you get back.
Stressed when I don't know.
We always end up ending on a serious note, anyways. A lot of times on these podcasts, which is probably good. I hope our listeners enjoy it.
It's like the Jerry Springer show. The final thoughts.
The final thought. Yeah,
that was a big jump up from the elephant, big elephant, or tiny elephant, big duck question.
Because you're the one that picks serious.
Okay. I was thinking like aliens are real or something.
Oh, they are. The government said so.
Oh boy, we don't got enough time in this episode for this.
No, that's the next episode. That's the next time you come to town.
Okay.
Right.
But
yeah, I think that's it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I think
30th.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to voice our voices.
It's been an honor.
Thanks for everybody being on tonight too.
Yeah. Can't wait for the next one. And we'll talk to you guys soon. All right.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.
Hey, thanks again for joining us on Your Drive Home podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the show. And also don't forget to follow us on all of our social medias. We will talk to you guys soon. Until then, drive safe.
When are we going to re-record that song?